All right, good. Let's see how this looking on YouTube. All right, guys, we started just now. Let me just make sure everybody inside. We have people on Google Meet. We have people on TikTok. Let me see how YouTube looking. Yeah, it's them men who scamming. It's them men who scamming. Them men, I see Cohen live. Max, at that point in time, Cohen was live. Max Vibe was live. And Terry David was live. So I was like, nah, I had to jump out too. Yeah, he tell me going to, I see study going to 6. Yeah, right before the exam. Boy, I, some people build different. So you go do back in matrix. Hey, look, somebody got the matrix question from last night. Ah, nah, they give my sister that. My sister requested matrix question. Here, mom, sister, let me finish this paper because everybody come to see a full paper, right? So let me finish this full paper and then we go jump out, right? I do not fail today for sure. 2022. Chelsea called the shot. That good, Joanne? For tomorrow, guys, my advice is keep it moving. Keep it moving. I can't give all any other advice but to keep it moving. If you are stuck with a question, keep it moving. Right? I want you all to nah, already. You're all ready. Once you put in the work, there's how to feel if you're showing up if you were showing up every day. How you gonna feel, right? You cannot feel right. Yeah, and then I feel I feel we could try and do 2 papers today. 2. I know, that's what 10 years. All right, so Chelsea Googled which is the hardest paper in the last 5 to 10 years, and she got this as a response, right? June 2022. So that's the one we're gonna do, right? I know it's gonna make it, but I have so much faith in all it's not even funny. This is it, all this is it. I see I'm gonna really like Shin here. Let me make sure this on. This on. YouTube on. I see how much people on YouTube, right? Oh, I seen 14 people on YouTube. Boom bang. Proper. All right, let me put this thing as full screen. Hey, I go hard to anybody that want lessons, you all can message me, right? You know I gotta watch the chat on my phone, right? Because I'm gonna put this as full screen. All right, boom. We adjust the view. Spotlight. Boom. Yeah, please. I don't want this icon I hear yet. Last night I didn't have this. All right, hold on. I tell you, we winning, we winning. We're gonna start now, eh? Everybody make sure you're logged in. right? You can try these by the meanwhile, right? We're using calculators for these. We are using calculators for these, right? This is 2022. ChatGPT, well, Gemini said this is the hardest paper it had in the last 10 years. So that's why we're doing this. This was literally the hardest paper in the last 10 years, right? So you ready? So all I give my answers, right? Because for some reason I not getting to download the calculator I see all them men have, but I don't know what I'm getting to download it. June 2022. This is the hardest paper from the last 10 years. That's what Gemini said, right? So we try to do the hardest paper, right? He sent it to me, but well, the man sent it to me by Bloomberg. Right? He sent it to me. Watch. If I go here now, watch. Rajiv, he sent it to me, right? Look, he sent it here. I tried to download it, and it not downloaded. Wait. Look at here, not downloaded for nothing. I don't know why.
So my opinion, the hardest was 2018, 2020, 21, and 22.
Woo. All right, well, we go do this one since this is the latest, right? So sorry, but I'm not getting the calculator to download on this MacBook. So let go earlier. We didn't come here to lose. What we come here to do? Let me hear earlier. TikTok, YouTube. TikTok, YouTube, let go. Have to win by. How to lose if you show up every day, boy? How? So earlier, I want people second, third, and fourth in this there because we live on our platforms. So we can't be getting nothing wrong, eh? All they do embarrassment tonight, eh? Please. All you hear, man? My students, 46 people on. I hope all you hear, man. There we go. So using a calculator or otherwise find the exact value of, right? So on your calculator, you are going to punch in 7/8 plus 1/6 divided by 2/9, right? Everybody clear there? When you punch this in, what we get in? Let me know. 13/8. Somebody second, are we going straight to the calculator for this, right?
This is right.
13/8, or was it as a mixed number? It will be 1 and 5/8. That is straight from a calculator. TikTok, I seen all here. The only people I ain't seen is YouTube, boy. YouTube, my YouTube people. I ain't seen all this saying it. How much people on YouTube anyway? I'm not too popular on YouTube. YouTube is not my niche. Right? So my TikTok people I seen earlier. TikTok, am I clear? Are you all see me clear? Are you all hear me clearly? TikTok. TikTok is my people. I'm not too popular on the YouTube. I'm not popular on the YouTube at all. Yeah, YouTube, you gotta put in work, boy. You gotta put in work on YouTube. That's what I got it from YouTube. You have to put in work. Right, let go. So 8 divided by what? On the calculator, you're gonna put 8 divided by 0.4 to the power of 3. That power of 3, right? That power of 3 will be like x to the third power. And when you work it out, what again? How much you getting? 125, right? 1 mark questions. Do not waste time to try to calculate this with your brain. This question is 1 mark. That's another piece of advice I'm giving all here. Do not waste time to calculate this with your brain, right? If you're real brilliant in maths and you can do it one time, do it, right? So let me go. Hit me. We have 2.26.8, the square root of 26.8 minus 2.5 to the 3/2 power. Corrected to decimal place. 1 mark again, guys. 1 mark. We're not going to fight up to try to do anything orally for 1 mark, right? So you're going straight to your calculator. I want to map this out for you, right? On your calculator, you're supposed to see a square root sign. Press that sign, right? Then press 26.8 minus punch in 2.5. Then on some calculators, you're going to see x to the power of y. On some calculators, you're going to see a little hack, right? So you press whichever one it is, then you're going to press 3 over 2. On some calculators, the over sign will be A and B over C. On some calculators, it will be like a box on top, over box underneath. Press the relevant one, 3 over 2. Press equal, and can you give me my answer, please? This is 2022. 1.22. All right. Right. So 1.22 to 2 decimal places, right? Please do not waste time doing this in your brain. It can be done on your calculator. You are getting full marks for this. Full marks, right? Okay. So let's go. So guys, people on YouTube asking, not YouTube, sorry, on TikTok asking, which year this is? This is June 2022. Gemini said that this is the hardest paper from the last 10 years. So that's why we're doing this one, right? Gemini call us. So we're going to Gemini. So I'm going to take a little second and try it. Take a little second, see if you know what's going on here. Right, that's second done. Children go to a rodeo camp during the Easter holiday. Miss Reka buys bananas and oranges for the children at the camp, right? So bananas cost $3.85 per kilogram. $3.85 for 1 kilogram. I see somebody on TikTok asking how I get 1.22 straight from the calculator, sister. Everybody got this, right? I see people on TikTok got it also. TikTok, all belt out all your answers too, eh? Belt out all your answers also, TikTok, please. Because I don't have a calculator on me right now, so I depending on you all. I depend on TikTok, I depend on my online students, right? So let me go. So bananas cost $3.85 per kilogram. $3.85 for 1 kilogram, right? Miss Reka buys how much kilograms Miss Reka buy, boy? 25 kilograms. And I said this is the cost of 1 kilogram, right? Proper. So they said Miss Rita buys 25 kilograms of bananas and receives a discount of 12%. How much money does she spend on bananas, right? So let me calculate how much it costs first, and then we will calculate the people discount, right? So this is the cost before, I'll put before discount. So your cost before discount would simply be equal to $3.85 multiplied by 25. What is my cost? $96.25, right? Okay, $96.25. So now we're going to calculate the cost after discount. Cost after. Right, so here it is. I'm going to break it down to easier working, right? So this is the cost after discount. Your cost after discount, if 12% is the discount, your actual cost after discount would be 100 minus 12. So I'm going to put this here. 100 minus 12 over 100. So it's basically 88%, right? Multiplied by 96.25, right? So I'm going to put the 88% here. I was just showing you all that. Let's put the 88% here, right? So it's basically 88% of this. And how much you getting?
94.70.
$84 and 70 cents. I was watching TikTok here. I see TikTok saying that also, right? TikTok is saying $84.70, right? Where did I get the 88 from, my children? 88 would have been 100% minus the 12% discount. So I'm working with 88% of that price. Okay? So we go in. That question is done. Miss Reka spends $165.31, inclusive of sales tax of 15% on oranges. Calculate the original price of her oranges. So I'm glad I did that question above, like how I did it. I'm going to show you all another trick here, right? So if I want to find the cost, the cost before the sales tax, right? Look at this. 100% plus the 12%, right? 100% will be the original price, right? This would represent the original price. We'll call it OP. And this here would be your sales tax. We'll call it ST. So this means that in order to get back my original price, I take the 100. So I'm going to put original price. So people, anytime you want to get back a price, you want to work back, you have to divide, right?
So it's 15%.
It's 15. Where I get 12 from? Proper. So that's be 115, right? So we work it back. So this would be 165.31 divided by 115%, right? So work out that. Thank you, TikTok. So work out that and tell me what my original price is. Anytime, I'm telling you again. Anytime you have to work back. Once you're working back, you divide. 143 and
75
flat, or it had a point something.
Nah, it's 75.
75, right? So this is a trick, right? This is a little trick. How to work back, right? Thanks, guys. So $143.75, right? Remember, 115% is 115 over 100. Are we clear here, guys? Are we clear? Right, let me roll. Ratios. Now, ratios, there is a whole lot of ways that you can work out ratios, right? But I do my ratios using parts. So the ratio of the number of bananas to the number of oranges is 2 to 3. This is my ratio, right? So let me ask straight up. What represents, or how many parts represents bananas? The 2 or the 3?
The
2. How many parts represent oranges? 3, right? So they went on to say, furthermore, there are 24 more oranges than bananas, right? 24 more oranges than bananas. So let me ask that question. If 3 parts represent oranges, right? So I'm going to put oranges above here. Oranges, right? And then 2 parts represent bananas. Bananas. How many more parts does oranges have? You could simply just minus. So 3 minus 2 parts will give me 1 part more.
And 1 part will be equal to 24.
So it's as simple as that, right? That 1 part will be equal to the amount of oranges more, right? So if it's 1 part more, I could say, therefore, 1 part is equal to 24. Now, once you find this 1 part, the whole mission in a ratios question is to find what 1 part is. Once I find what 1 part is, I could flex however I want to flex. I could find out what 2 parts are. I could find out what 3 parts are. I could even find out what the total amount of parts are, which is 5 parts, right? But let's see what the question asks for. So this question came and asked you to calculate the number of bananas bought by Miss Reka. How many parts represents the amount of bananas? 2. So I could go on to say here now, this implies that bananas would be equal to 2 multiplied by what 1 part is. If 1 part is 24, 2 parts will be how much?
48.
48. And this will be 48 bananas. Bananas. Right? How we look at we winning or we losing?
We can't afford to lose right now.
But we cannot lose by. I ain't come here to lose by. None of us came on this earth to lose. What are we losing for? Let's go. All good here? Any questions on this one? Are we talk about TikTok?
So like for like this specific question, I have to subtract because I don't know we could like find
Right. So here we're going on for ratios, right, sister? Say I'd come and say that 48 bananas, right? 48 bananas. Bananas. Right? So if I said 48 bananas, was the amount of bananas that Miss Rika received, right? You will come and say now that 2 parts is equal to 48, and you'll be able to find what 1 part is. You will find that 1 part is the same 24. So it's basically what information they give you is what you use it to find out what 1 part is. So if I came and said that the total amount of parts was what? 24 by 3 is what? That will be 2, 6, 7, 72. So let's say the total amount of fruits, meaning bananas and oranges, was 72. You will come and say that 5 parts is equal to 72. You proceed to find out what 1 part is, and then you can flex how you want to flex, right? Understood?
Yes,
Proper. There we go. We're going to Mr. Algebra now. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Are you ready to factorize? We have to lash this exam by. Right. Compose all yourself, right? Factorize completely the quadratic expression, right? Only what time to do this? Or are we running?
We're running.
TikTok. Where we are TikTok saying? TikTok. Only what time to try TikTok or we running? Let me know. Time to try or we running? Man on TikTok when he's saying run. Run. Whee. Yeah, we gotta run. We gotta run. I like that talk. I like that talk. Let me run. So let me go. Now 5 multiply by 4. Right? That's step 1. That's how I do it. Step 1, X. Yeah, excellent out. The first part, well, A multiply by C. What I will give me above here? Hit me. What going above? 40. What? 40 or 20? 20. So A multiplied by C would give me 20, and then the middle number would be what? B would be what? Negative 9. For those who are lost, I want to know what's going on here. This quadratic is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So that means that 5 is A, negative 9 is B, and 4 is C. So what do? I multiply 5 by 4. I got 20. I take the middle number and I put it underneath the x. So here how we flex it now. We're trying to see what 2 numbers could multiply to give me 20, and those same 2 numbers must add or subtract to give me negative 9. Come on. Come on. How to lose? How to lose if you show up every day, boy? If you were shown up for the last year, how could you lose? So we go in with 5 multiplied by 4. Now, would these 2 things be positive? Would one be negative? Or would both of them be negative? Right. Why would both of them be negative? They would be negative because I need to multiply negative 5 by negative 4 to get 20. And then I need to do -5 minus 4, which will give me the -9. So this checks out, right? This checks out. So what I do, TikTok, what I do with my students is I tell them to put the X here one time, whatever the unknown is, right? So I'm basically going to, look at this, guys. Tiki-Taki, this is my process, eh? This is my process for who knows seen it for the first time. What I do is I'm going to take the -5, take the -4, and I'm going to replace the middle term, meaning I'm replacing the -9x with these two terms. So this is how we flex. You put the 5x first, 5x squared. What comes next? Proper thing, Anna. What comes next? -5x. What comes next?
-4x.
What comes next?
+4.
You see how proper that was? That's how proper this thing is, right? So we are proper. So we're going to factorize 2 at a time, right? When you have 4 terms, you factorize 2 at a time, right? So what is the HCF of 5x squared and 5x? It would be 5x. So 5x into 5x squared would leave me with what?
X.
Then 5x into -5x would leave me with?
-1.
What do we do next? We're going to bring down the minus sign, right? What is the HCF of 4? Well, it's 4x and 4. What will be the HCF? Come on. Open brackets. Then -4 into -4x would leave me with?
X.
-4 into +4 would leave me with?
-1.
If these two brackets are not the same, you are incorrect. You need to check it back, right? Check it back. So there we go. This will be equal to what I say, the two brackets that are the same become 1. So I'm going to write x minus 1 once, right? Then I'm going to write what is in front of the first bracket. Watch it here. What is in front of this bracket and what is in between these two brackets forms the second bracket, right? It forms the second bracket. So this will be 5x minus 4. Complete factorization of a quadratic expression. What to do again, boy? What to do again? How to lose, boy? All right, let me tell you something. It takes only one generation of trend to get serious about this life. And I'll just see how this country will change. So no play thing. Serious business. There you go. So, hence solve the following equation, right? We just found our quadratic, well, we just did our quadratic factorization. So what I can say, when they use this word hence, right? You using the answer, just get proper. You're using the answer what you got from above. So I can't say x minus 1 by 5x minus 4, which is what this is here, is equal to 0, right? Is equal. We come into graph. We do not full paper. Let me stay with the vibes, right? We do not full paper. We ain't sticking, right? So if you want to solve at this point here, can we branch off into 2 answers? What will be the 2 equations that I would form here? X minus 1 would be equal to 0 and 5x minus 4 would be equal to 0. You have 2 separate years and then we're going to work down. We do not hold paper, TikTok. We do not hold paper, so everything would come. It have volumes, it have everything on this paper. TikTok only send a request here, but it's a full paper we're doing. This is June 2022. Gemini said this is the hardest paper from the last 10 years, right? So we go in. What we do with this -1 when we bring it here? So 0 plus 1 will be 1. What we do with this -4 when we bring it here? we are going to
Added.
add. So 0 plus 4 would give me 4. And then what do we do with the 5 when we bring it here? Divide it. So x would be equal to 4 divided by 5. And these would be the solution to my quadratic equation. Right? Proper thing. 0.8 would work, yeah? I see TikTok belting out 0.8. You can't put 0.8 also. You can't put that, right? So let's work. Ask the questions. Any questions here? TikTok, hey, what? You know, no, because we had to factorize. We had to factorize, so you can't use the formula, right? Hey, look at that 48 people on YouTube, boy. What the hell? That 48 people on YouTube and that 370 people on TikTok. I tell you, TikTok is my people. TikTok is my people. Right? There we go. Hey, all you mark my words. What's the most important topic in mathematics? Changing the subject of a formula is the most important topic in mathematics, right? So they want you to make V the subject of this formula. What you would observe is that we have two V's. You're seeing two V's there. So one time you need to activate, right? You need to activate factorization here to work this out, right? So the first thing I will do is I need to move proper. We carrying this to the left because we cannot work with that V minus 3 in the denominator position. So if I'm dividing V minus 3 on the right, what do I do with it when I carry it to the left?
Multiply.
So W multiplied by V minus 3 would be equal to 5 plus V, right? 5 plus V. So what do I need to do next? If I want to change the subject of this formula, I need to get rid of this bracket. Get rid of this bracket. It's like I want to unlock this V that is encaged in that bracket. I need to unlock that V because I need to get everything with V on one side so that I can factorize it out, right? So let me work. Who now coming in my Google Meet class here? Rishi. Right, let go. So this will be WV minus 3W is equal to 5 plus V, right? So I want to get everything with V on one side and we fling in everything else on the next side, right? So we carry in minus 3W over here and we're going to carry plus is understood in front, well, plus is in front of V. So what do you do with V when you carry it here? What we do with V, right? Compose yourself, proper, compose yourself, right? You put back the WV first because it did not move that. That did not go anywhere. And then plus V will become minus V, right? This will be equal to, put back the 5 here, compose yourself. You know 5 didn't go anywhere. Minus 3, proper. Minus 3W goes to the right. It becomes plus 3W, right? So we still have two V's. We still, come on, factorize out that V. We want to pull it out, right? So if I factorize V, it's like I want to divide V into this, I want to divide V into this. So this is how it would look. V would be my HCF here. V into WV would leave me with what?
W.
And then V into negative V would leave me with
-1.
is equal to 5 plus 3W, right? So I want to make V the subject of my formula. We kind of bracket over here. Proper. Watch it here. Multiplication is understood here, my children. Multiplication. So the opposite of multiply is to divide. So V would be equal to 5 plus 3W divided by W minus 1. Is V now the subject of my formula? Is V now the subject of my formula? Yes, it is. Right? It is the subject. How it looking? We winning or we losing? Had to win by, don't by. Have to win by. Come on, by. There's only one thing necessary. Only one thing necessary to lose in this life, you know. And that's never try. And I'm real proud of you. I'm real proud of that. I'm real proud of people that we put in over the last year. And I believe in you all. I believe that you all will bring that one home. So this is it here, fellas and ladies. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen. So let me go. Directly proportional, right? The height h of an object is directly proportional to the square root of its perimeter p, right? So this statement, by just saying h is directly proportional to, I put in the square root of p one time, right? They said the square root of p. Just by making the statement, you can establish a variation equation from that statement. And I want to put something here one time. This is the same as saying h is, well, not is, h varies directly. This is our next way to write it. Varies directly as the square root of p. You can write it anyhow here. Anyhow you can write it. Okay? I want to say, I want to think that I go carry to the two. That means it was probably on that sheet. There you go. So watch it there. My variation equation, my children. Variation equation. Watch it there. Order matters. How the variation statement is written matters. In other words, they can't put the square root of p first, right? What do we put first here, my children? H. You don't put p first, brother. H is directly proportional to the square root of p. So you put h first. H would be equal to some constant k multiplied by the square root of p, right? That's the magic with variation there. The magic with variation is that you must activate that constant k. So h is always going to be equal to some constant k multiplied by the square root of p. You must activate that constant k. Write an equation showing the relationship between h and p. This is the relationship between h and p. You all have any questions there? No. I just write the statement. All you have to do, let me show you what you have to do. All you have to write, I just explaining it now. Hold on, this laptop needs to charge. Right. All you have to write here, you didn't even have to put the word variation equation. This was all you needed to write. Everybody get that? That was all I need to write. Okay? K is my constant. So it works. Given that h is equal to 5.4 when p is equal to 1.44, determine the value of h when p is equal to 2.89, right? So this is one piece of information here, and I'm going to highlight the next piece of information down here. This is a separate piece of information here. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the first set of information when h is equal to 5.4 and p is equal to 1.44, we're going to use this information to find the value of k. Because once you are doing a variation question, mission number one is to find the value of k. Are we clear there, my children?
Yes.
Right? So I'm going to write it here. Okay? Mission number one for variation equation. So mission number one is to find k. Find the constant k. Okay? So let me go. I'm going to substitute the value of h and the value of p into my variation equation. Right? So let me go. So H is equal to K by the square root of P. I put back the equation there. So what is H? What do I replace H with? Proper. Proper. K multiplied by the square root of P. 1.44. Right? How to lose by? How to lose if you're showing up every day. So I want somebody to give me the square root of 1.44. 5.4 is equal to K by what?
1.2.
So if I want to find K, what do with this 1.2? Come on. Come on. 5.4 divided by 1.2 would be K. What is K, my children?
9.5.
So therefore, K is equal to what you all said? TikTok, what I get there?
4.5. 4.5.
4.5. That is my K. So I completed the first part of the question, which is like the part that is shaded in yellow. I found K. That information was given so that I could find K. Now that I found K, I'm going to look at the second part now. H is unknown. We don't know what H is. They gave us P to be 2.89, right? You're using the same variation equation. H would be equal to K. Now I have K now. What's the value of K?
4.5.
4.5 multiplied by the square root of P. This is my variation equation. I don't know what H is. I'm trying to find H. So what do I do now? I put H is equal to 4.5 multiplied, in other words, by the square root of 2.89. So what would H be here for this question? What is H?
7.65.
Somebody second, 7.65.
Second.
Proper. 7.65. We functioning very good, Abby. Very good. TikTok belting out answers here. That's what we talk about. They're winning on TikTok, boy. There we go. There we go. Good. Look at the pressure reach here. All ready for the pressure? All ready for the pressure? All ready? Ready? Hey, solely up, boy. Hey, you know what's the only thing necessary for the champ of evil? It's for a few good men to do nothing, boy. Let me solely up. We come here to win. So the diagram below shows the shapes P, Q, R, and S on a square grid, right? Observe your P, observe your Q, observe your R, and observe your S, right? What's the information is saying underneath here? Okay, we asked for a single transformation. Did they say anywhere here that P is the object? They did not. But I'm seeing P shaded, so I'm assuming that P is the object, right? And everything else are images. So let me ask some questions before we even flex and find out, well, try to figure out what they're asking us for. From P to Q, P being transformed to Q, what are looking like?
Rotation.
Rotation, proper. Before I even see what the question asking, I could then analyze that. From P to S, what are looking like? Come on, come on. From P to R, from P to R, what are looking like? A flip, aka a reflection, right? That's what's going on here, my children. I don't even know what the question asking, and I don't analyze and figure out everything what's going on with this. I don't figure out that, right? Very good. TikTok, real belting out the answers here by my students. So describe fully the single transformation that maps P onto shape Q, right? P onto shape Q. So P onto Q, we already figured out that that is a rotation. So your common sense, what the good Lord give you, telling you that that's a rotation of how much?
90 degrees.
Yeah.
180.
180. 180 is the best one, well, not the best, the easiest rotation to work with, right? A 180-degree rotation is the easiest to work with. So when you have a 180-degree rotation, you can connect the corresponding points. So we go in here, boom. Here to here, these are two corresponding points, right? I'm just connecting two clear corresponding points, right? So this point up here would obviously be this point down here. Ooh, I didn't get the answer correct. Right, yeah, these two would be corresponding, yeah? This one would correspond to this, right? Boom. Those two correspond there. So this point that the two lines intersect at would be my center of
Rotation.
proper center of rotation. And what is the center of rotation? 7,7, right? We have our 7,7. Okay, so we have the rotation, the center of rotation. We know that it is rotating. Watch it, it's rotating 180 degrees. Okay, so what else we need to know? If it's a 180-degree rotation, we can use. That's what we talk about. It could be clockwise or anti-clockwise. It does not matter, right? I just go with clockwise, right? So this was the first bit of information I needed. This is the second bit of information I needed here. And the third bit of information would be that it is a clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation because it's a rotation of 180 degrees, right? So I'm using clockwise. So let me go underneath. We go down flex. Right? Men now coming in, boy. Men late. So let go. The single transformation, you must put in those three factors. There's those three factors. Otherwise, you would not get your marks. You must put in at the center of rotation. You must put in the direction of the rotation. And you must put in the degree of the rotation. So the single transformation that maps P onto Q is a rotation of 180 degrees about, what was the center of rotation? 7,7, right? Okay, about 7,7 in a clockwise direction. 3 marks is in the bar. 3 marks is in the bar, right? I am scrolling up, right? I am scrolling up. All right, let me see what we're going to next week. Hey, remember all these are asking for you coming from the shape P, right? Because shape P is obviously object here. So we're going to R. Woo! From P to R is what?
Reflection.
Come on. Come on. What's my reflection line? I raise it all this as I do I raise it. Come on. Come on. How to lose, boy? How to lose? If we show up every day, impossible. It is impossible to lose. All right? Right now, I lose with this line because I'm supposed to get the autocorrect and then come in there. Hold on, we need to do for this. I have an OCD for these things. Right? So we coming down here, and I'll explain why this is my line of reflection, right? So this is a line which passes through where x is 1. So the equation of this line will be x is equal to 1. Now, if you want to figure out if this is a reflection and what is the line of reflection, you simply check the distance between two corresponding points. So the distance between these two corresponding points will be 1, 2, right? And then 1, 2. So it's basically 4. It's a distance of 4 centimeters between two corresponding points. Where would your reflection line be? At the center of those two corresponding points. So the equation of this line would be x is equal to 1. Right? So this is my reflection line. Now, when you're writing down a reflection, this is all you need to know. You just need to know the line of reflection. So let's write that. I'm sure this one is less marks. See? Only 2 marks. So the single transformation, pay attention to how I'm writing this. Okay? Yes. Count the ty, count the distance between the 2 points, and then dead center between those 2 points would be my reflection line, right? So single transformation that maps P onto R is a reflection. A reflection where?
In the line X.
In a reflection in the line X is equal to 1, right? 3 marks or no? I like that talk. 3 marks. There we go. S. So we want to see P onto S. We going up, my children? We going up. Hey, I erasing all this, so pay attention to what I do before I erase it, because I hate all the noise. I hate to work with all the noise. Even though all you have to work with it, when you're in CXC, all you have to work with it. But I want to show it clearly, right? So watch it. From P to S is clearly a what? Hit man. Come on. Say no. That's all. TikTok Studio had right, there we go. So in order to find my center of enlargement, right, I need to connect some corresponding points here again, right? So I'm going to do this point here corresponds with this point up here, and you extend your line. Boom. That's 1. This point here actually corresponds with this point here, but we busting through this point and this point 1 time, right? So there we go. So we're going up, up, and up. Boom. I hope all this thing that ticky-tacky. So when you do 2 of the corresponding points, you will already establish your center of enlargement. Okay? I would have already established my center of enlargement. Okay? Now, this here was what is this here? What on the X? 7 on the X, 11 on the Y. Proper. 7 on the X, 11 on the Y. 7 on the X, 11 on the Y. So that there would be my center of enlargement. Now, 2 things are needed when you have to write proper. Proper. I love it. I love it. I need to figure out what my scale factor is. So let's examine 2 corresponding lines, right? We're going to examine this line underneath here. From here to here is 4. That's 4 units. Then from here to here is how much units? 8. Right? So my scale factor, we'll call it SF. All right, let's put scale factor. My scale factor would be equal to the larger line divided by the shorter line, and my scale factor would be 2, right? So you must put these 2 things in my description. If you do not put these 2 things in my description, you will not get your full mark. So let me go down. So watch it good, I hope all is seen this good. Proper thing DC, proper thing Abby. I just miss going live and thing, Andrew and all of them. I just missed it. This was my niche, I used to really do this last year.
Don't stop.
I know. It's all I get sick, boy. When I get sick, I was like, boy, no more lives, boy. There you go. So the single transformation. I just missed it. I know when I finish it, I going. I sure I won't go late. I don't have that kind of energy again. Uncle Keen getting old. So the single transformation is a,
So you could go to like 9.
yeah, we will go to 9. Well, let me lose my chain of thought. The single transformation is an enlargement
Of scale factor 2.
of scale factor 2, scale factor 2 with center, what was the center? 7, something. 711 proper. Well, you need to come and get. Everybody good there? So I see now 1 mark thingy here. Hey, look, somebody waiting to come in here, boy. I see now 1 mark thingy here, right? They say on the grid provided on page 10, which is the grid above, draw the image of the shape P after a translation. My children, a translation is a slide. So it's either we slide into the right or we slide into the left, then we slide it up or we slide it down, right? Now, they gave us the vector. Leo, have my water, please. My throat real dry. So they gave us the vector for the scale, this translation, right? It would be -2 and 3. So the top number represents movement to the where?
Left or right?
So the top number represents movement to the left or movement to the right. Okay? What the hell? Hold on, eh? Just to the live end? Oh my gosh, I know what going. I know. Yeah, boy. This is always up. Anytime it's inactive, it has killed the live. God, boy. Crazy. Why TikTok wicked so, boy? How long is after 2 hours they kick off? That's something I had to keep checking. But then how would I know? How would I know? People come back in, man. Hold on, guys.
So check like every.
Oh boy, it's after like what time is that?
So we start 6 o'clock.
Right, so it's after hour. So remind me after hour to check that. Remind me after hour to check it, eh?
Alright, sir.
Right, let go. Sorry about that tiki-taki, oh God. Sorry. All you know, there's my people. All you know, there's my people. It had real people in it, about almost, it had 400 people on the live. And what is happening when you get kicked out, so? It doesn't be able to come back with all our people. Hold on, tiki-taki. Don't know. You gotta want it, brother. Have to want it. Right. Right. I see that 187 people. Everybody will come back. There's like 300 and something. I'm trying to get them. Trying to get them a little time to come back in. Tiki-taki, I get kicked out there, boy. I get kicked out. Oh, like up the video. Sorry about that, tiki-taki. TikTok just end my life just so. I don't know why they just do that. I don't know why. I don't know why they end it. After hour, if they not seen any activity, apparently they just end your life. How to put that up, boy? How to see that? That's my problem. How to see that? All right, let go. Right.
So if you do the homework, you told me about that activity TikTok and you're like, the incident activity at the same time my father downstairs calling
In sync way. Right, let go. So the top number is movement to the left or to the right. That's all. Let me see what's going on YouTube. I ain't on YouTube for a while. Let me see what's going on. YouTube, how are they going? Most people on YouTube, we right?
So I see much vibes going till around 6 o'clock in the morning, you know. So
Yeah, but you know me not that kind of energy, boy.
no,
Snipers on them are real energy. Brother, all you know what I be doing all day? I be teaching all day, you know. And I be teaching in our I be teaching in our school that is very tough to teach. And I just bring it every day. I tell all you. Brother, when just how I teach in here, is how I just teach in school. At no point in time do I go into my job and take my job halfway. All you know that I am bringing the same level of intensity in my school. So if I am doing that, junior day is very hard to pump in the night. Very hard. I'll let all you know. But let go. So the bottom number represents movement where? Proper. So listen to me. Listen to me. -2 means we're moving to the left, right? And then +2 means we're moving to the +3, sorry, means we're moving up. So let me go. So we're moving the same, or we're moving the same shape P, the object, right? That's what we're moving. So we're going 2 to the left. So let me go. 2 to the left. 1, 2, and then how much up? How much up?
3 up.
Let go. 1, 2, 3. Right? 3 up. So this point in the corner here is going to be here now. Now, what I tell you all is a slide. So when you move that up there, it's going to look the same way as it is looking right now. So here what we doing, big brother. Here what we doing, big brother. We're going to just build the entire image of that one point. So watch it. We go in, you know this line underneath here is 4. So you count in 1, 2, 3, 4, going in this direction. So you know that point is here. You're going 2 up, 1 to the left, then 1 down, then you're going 2 across, and then you're going to have a diagonal line there. So let's go 1, boom, 2, bang, 3, bang, 4, bang, 5, bang. Did it tell us what to label this one as? 6.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Let me see.
I think it was T.
T. Yeah, T. Label this image T. So we're gonna label this bad boy T. Right? T. Hey, TikTok real functioning, boy. TikTok, I'm loving it. I really, I don't know much. I just miss my little lives and thing, you know, boy. I had to make sure my trend pass first, boy. And that's what I was focusing on. I was focusing on you all. But I said, nah. When I see so much people going live, I said, nah. I had to jump out. Here we go. So function. We want to determine this function, g of 1 over 3. What is going on here? They gave us 2 functions, f and g. Let's highlight those functions, right? They gave us f of x, which is 5x plus 7, right? I don't know why that changed that arrow. No judgment. Right? This is the first function. Then they give us g of x is equal to 3x minus 1, right? So if I want g of 1/3, this is simply a substitution question, right? It is a substitution question. So let me go. Substitute. This will be 3 open bracket what? What are we replacing x with? 1/3 proper. Minus 1 proper. So 3 multiplied by 1/3 will give me what?
1, 0. 0.
He given us the final answer. He correct. It will be 1 minus 1, which will be 0. Right? 1/3 multiplied by 3 is 1. Let me work. Now, they want you to find f negative 1 of negative 3, right? Now, there are two ways to do this, but I'll do the way that I've been preaching to you all along, right? Proper. Let's find the inverse first, and then we're going to substitute negative 3 into the inverse, right? So what is f of x? F of x is equal to 5x plus 7, right? So we're going 5x plus 7. So y will be equal to 5x plus 7, right? So what do we do now? What we doing? Let's go. So x would come here and y would come here. You are interchanging x and y, right? When you interchange x and y, or you kind of, it's not really replace. I see somebody put replace, right? You need to make back y the subject. Make back y the subject. So what we move in first? We move in the 5 first or the 7?
Plus 7.
So this will be x minus 7 is equal to 5y. Then what do we do with the 5 when we bring it here? It is being multiplied by the y, so you need to divide it on the next side. So this will be x minus 7 divided by 5 is equal to y, right? So your last step here, which you must write, is that f negative 1 of x is equal to x minus 7 over 5. So it's like we used the y to find the inverse, right? That's where the y was implemented. We use y, right? So we found our inverse, right? This is 2022, my children, 2022. So we used y, we found the inverse. Now we're going to find f negative 1 of negative 3. This is a substitution question. That is all it is. It is a substitution question, right? So let me work. This will be proper all over 5. So this will be equal to negative 10 proper, which will give me what? Negative 2. Yeah? Oh, what kind of stupid question is that this hour any night, boy? You serious, boy, bro, boy? You get my vex with that question, eh? Somebody asked if we need a geometry pan. Come on, bro. The stress level done high. Don't ask no questions like that. Bro, I love you, but come now, don't do me that. Don't do me that this hour any night, please. Let me go. Let us go. So the line L is shown on the grid below, right? So you have a line L. So see if you can see what's going on there. I see a y-intercept on that line. I see real points. I see a point here. I see a point here, like clear points. I see the y-intercept here. I see a clear point here, which is the x-intercept. I see real thing before I even go to the question, right? So let me scroll down. Write the equation of the line L in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Before we even find the gradient and the y, well, before we even find the gradient, what is the y-intercept here, my children? 1. C is equal to 1. Your y-intercept is the point where your line cuts through your y-axis, right? Okay? Going in with high hopes, but if it goes sideways, I come in for lessons. No. You're going to make it this time. We ain't going through that. We're making it one shot, one kill. There we go. So we need to find m. Let me get to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? But let me write down 2 coordinates of 2 points on this line. Give it the coordinates of 2 points. 3, 2 proper. What else?
6, 3.
6, 3. Right? So Big Bro used this point and Big Bro used this point, right? So any 2 points you use, you would get the same answer, right? So let me go. This would now be, give me y2 would be what? 3 minus 2, right? Oh, Father Lord. Guys, this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, right? What have you confused?
But how you write y2 and then y1? Like I cannot get the myself.
But that's the formula, bro. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is the formula. So y2 would be 3, y1 would be 2. What is x2?
6.
Minus. Now listen to me. If you need to write x1, y1, x2, y2 above the coordinates, by all means write it, please. Right? Do not get these free marks wrong. So what would be this here? It will be 1 over 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 6 minus 3 is 3. This would be m. So therefore, my equation would be, I'm going to write on the form, right? Y is equal to mx plus c. So we have m, we have c. So y will be equal to what? What am I replacing m with? Come on. Come on. Come on. How to lose, boy? How to lose if you're showing up every day? Cannot lose, boy. You cannot lose. There we go. That is my equation. So they come in and say now, the equation of a different line, right? Q is y minus negative 2x. This is a different line, right? So if I want to write down the coordinates of the point where y crosses the x-axis, when a line crosses the x, come on, when a line crosses the x-axis, this implies that y is equal to 0. So by them seeing the statement, you see the statement here? Point where Q crosses the x-axis. You see that statement? That straight up tells us that y is equal to 0, right? So let's write down the equation here. So the equation is y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. What am I replacing y with here, my children?
0.
Right? So let me go. 0, right? So 0 is equal to negative 2x plus 8. We want to make x the subject now. We want to find x. I will move the 2x on that side. So it will become positive. All agree? Do you all agree?
Yes.
So 0 plus 2x would give me positive 2x is equal to 8. What do I do with 2? Proper. Right? So x would be equal to 8 divided by 2. X would be equal to 4. So therefore, the coordinates would be, well, where Q crosses the x-axis, but coordinates would be 4 on the x and 0 on the y. These are the coordinates of the point where the new line cuts the y-axis. Right? X marks the spot, right? Somebody put X marks the spot. Right, let me go. Write down the coordinates of Q of the point, the coordinates of the point where Q crosses the y-axis. This here, come on, where any line crosses the y-axis, the value of x would always be 0, right? That's gospel. That's from the gospel of maths, right? So x would be equal to 0. So let me function. What was the equation of the line? It was y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. For those who don't know where that comes from, look at right above here. They gave us an equation and then they wanted us to function based on these two statements that are in yellow. The first statement told us that y is equal to 0. The second statement is telling us that x is equal to 0. So let's function. Y would be equal to negative 2 by Negative 2 multiplied by 0 would be what?
0 plus
0 plus 8 is
8.
y is equal to 8. So therefore, these coordinates proper. These coordinates would be 0 on the x, 8 on the y. How, boy? How? Somebody said, how did negative 2 become a positive? How did negative 2 become a positive? Where? Up here? Because if you minus 2, this comes like a minus 2 on the right. When you move it to the left, you do the opposite of minus, which is 2 plus. So this is like positive 2x here, where you don't need to put a positive, right? Unstoppable. There we go. Complete the statement below. According to the graph, we had to draw the line. 1 mark for that. That easy. We had the coordinates of 2 points on the line. We already had the coordinates of 2 points on the line. Let me highlight that. Let me highlight it. Proper. So you have the coordinates of this point. You have the coordinates of this point. Right? Everybody good there? So we're going to plot that on the graph. We're going to plot 4, 0. We're going to plot 0, 8. Hey, what's the anyway, let go. So let go. So let me plot the points. Make a little boo-boo there. Right. What was that again?
0, comma
0, comma 4, 0 on the x, 4 on the y. That's there. Right? That's there. 8 on the x, 0 on the y would be right here. So you draw that line. Bro. 4, comma 0, 0, comma 8. That's okay, bro. That's okay. That's okay. We win it still, right? And just make a little good there. Right. Give me there is 4, comma 0. So that'll be here. 4, comma 0 would be there. And then 0, comma 8 would be up here. Everybody agrees? So let me draw that bad boy now. We're going to draw a line from here to down here. We winning or we losing? Have to win by. What was the equation? The line was 2x negative 2x plus 8, I think.
Yeah.
Right. And this was Q. This is Q. This is the line Q. So let me function. TikTok. After hour, if you don't see me, because we're going, this app are running here, right? This app are running here. If the app becomes dormant, the TikTok live just stopping. I don't know why. I don't know why it just stopping, right? So if you see, like I just drop the call, just join back, right? It probably give me like a minute and join back, right? TikTok, I hope all of you are there. Anytime I drop, so like by 8, I will check it, but in case I miss it, just come back, right? Just come back one time. So let go. And you have to go to YouTube too, eh? It is streaming on YouTube also. Go to the YouTube. There we go. We plot that already, right? Let me see what the last part of the question is asking. Listen to me. Listen to me. Complete the statement below. According to the graph, the solution of the system of equations consisting of L and Q is what? So the solution to any system of equations would be where they intersect. You see this point here? You see this point here? This is the solution, right? Wherever Q and P or L, it was Q and L. Wherever Q and L intersect, the coordinates of that point would be the solution to the system of equations, right? Let me function. Scrolling up. What are the coordinates of the point of intersection? What are the coordinates? 3, 1?
3, comma 2.
This is the solution to the system of equations, right? Somebody say, sir, lagging. Oh, lagging. Hold on. Hold on. Internet probably bad. Somebody go on TikTok at tomorrow, go on it. Check, check. Check, check.
So you have for me too.
Check, check. Oh, we're not lagging no more. I hear it clear. I hear it clear now. Are lagging on the Google Meet too?
No,
All right, sorry what that. The universe trying to fight you, but we had to make it. Right, let you go. So 3, 2. Let me go up. Right, we good now. I see they say we good now. So the solution would be 3, 2. This is the solution to the pair of equations above, right? I'm saying it again. TikTok want me to repeat because I was lagging. So the solution to any pair of equations or any system of equations would be where these two lines intersect. So if I ask you for the solution of a pair of simultaneous equations, it's basically the coordinates of the point where the two lines intersect, aka cross. You see where they cross? Right? You see where they cross? That is where your solution would be. Okay? So let me go. Going back now. Woohoo! There you go. Mention that water there. Start to read that by the meanwhile. Huh? Ava, no, my minor statistics. My major is still maths. But I love maths, so that minor statistics added a lot of statistics and probability, real probability. So that's why there's me. Yeah. There you go. A school nurse records the height of each of the 150 students in class A who was vaccinated. The table below shows the information, right? So let me ask a question. How many students had heights? Ooh. That's I see now warning pop up on my thing. Warning, keep your live engaging, turn your camera off, showing images. All right, you know what I had to do, boy? I had to keep coming here and just moving up things so that it won't go dormant, right? Once they go dormant, they want to kick me off the live. Right, let go. Right. So I'm asking again, how many students have weights or heights, sorry, not weights, have heights between 120 and 140? Let me hear you. How many students? Right? How many students have heights between 160 and 80? 4. Proper. Right? So, hey, if TikTok fighting here, or let them go on YouTube, I am on YouTube also. So let me go. Complete the table below and use the information to calculate the estimate of the mean height of students. Give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So we're searching for the mean, right? So we need the midpoint here of the class interval. To get this midpoint, I'm going to do, right? So it'll be 120 plus 140 all over 2. That will give me, what you get in here?
130.
130. 130, right? Now, in order to get that f multiplied by x column, you're going to take your value of x for that row multiplied by the value of the midpoint for that same row and give me what I'm getting here. What will be f multiplied by x for this row? Say it again, bro. 8,710, right? So there we go. In order to find my mean, somebody hit me the formula for mean. The summation of f multiplied by x divided by the summation of F, right? So for those who don't know what a summation sign means, it means that you're adding up everybody in this column and you're adding up everybody in this column, right? Now, the summation of F is actually going to be the number of students. Did they give us that above?
Yeah, I think it's 150.
Yeah, they give us it from the top here. Look at there, 150. So 150 will be the number of students, aka the summation of F. 150. The summation of F multiplied by X, which would be the summation of this column, would be what?
Second 18,320.
Somebody second 18,320.
是有了什么
You're adding up all these. It'll be this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. Right?
就是然后一个18,326.
Nah, you put a 6 in case of a 0. Nah. Look, watch. All these are zeros here. All these are zeros, so you could never get 6 here. Somebody was asking a question. Oh, how I get the 8,710? It's supposed to be 67 multiplied by 130. It's going to be a F value. This is your F. These are your F values, right? And these here would be your X values. All these in this column, that would be my X values. So it's going to be 67 multiplied by 130. And that's how I got 8710. Are we clear there? So, proper. So let me go. Mean 18,320 divided by 150. What would be the mean height? 120 point what? 122.13.
Yeah.
They set a 1 decimal place. So it'd be 122.1. And this measure of height is in centimeters. So it'll be 122.1 centimeters. Proper. Look, somebody online saying they get 874470. Check it over.
Nah, that's correct.
Yeah, this is the correct thing. Yeah. This is correct. Let's function. Let's function. That done. Right? So, standard deviation. Listen to me. I'm not going to write it. I write it so many times to my students in my class, right? The greater your standard deviation, right? The more spread out your data is, right?
From the mean.
From the mean, right? The lesser your standard deviation is the more close your data is to your mean. Proper. So if you have a mean, like put the mean in the middle here. So for class A, it was 122.1, right? For class B, this was class E, right? And then for class B, your listener, class B was 123.5. Okay? 123.5. What is saying it was wrong? What was wrong, guys, on TikTok? Right, let you go. So the standard deviation for class B is 29.87, and then the standard deviation for class A is 21.38. So this 21.38 means that all the other points close. They close here. All the other values close to 122. Well, closer to 122 than B. B is more spread out. So you have values all here for B. You have other values all out here, right? So use the information provided and your response in A. Comment on the distribution of the heights of the students in both class A and B. So I'm going to write the data in A. Well, they know we mean class A is less spread out, right, than the data, well, in class B. right? This means all the values are closer to the mean in A than B, right? Proper thing. Standard deviation is just a measure of how spread out the data is. So I have 250 students in my TikTok class right now, right? So if I was to take all of your heights, and all of your heights are closer to say this 122.1 mean, right? Say everybody have like heights of 123, 124, 126, then you have 121, 119. You have a whole set of means or a whole set of students with heights closer to 121 than my students on my Google Meet. The students on my Google Meet, their heights are, well, the mean of their heights would be 123, right? And their heights are more spread out. So you have more people with like 107, 190 something, right? You have more people with means with heights all out here. I hope I given all a clear picture. That's how standard deviation works, right? So the lesser the standard deviation, the closer to the mean the values are, the data values are, the greater the standard deviation, the more spread out the values, well, the data is, the more spread out. I hope that gave you all a clear picture. TikTok wasn't understanding. Hey, we ain't fail, boy. We didn't come here to lose. All right, let we go. What's going on here now? Complete the cumulative frequency table below and use the information to construct the cumulative frequency curve on the grid provided on page 19, right? So we had to do a cumulative frequency curve down here, somewhere down here. Look at there, right? So now we complete the people thing. Cumulative frequency, proper, you're adding coming down. 4 plus 20 would give me 24 plus 35 would give me 126 plus 20 would give me
146.
Cumulative frequency. You are adding while you are coming down, right? So that done. Use the cumulative frequency. Oh, we are draw the curve now. They say to use this to draw the curve below, right? So my cumulative frequency would be my y-axis value. And for this question, I'm seeing they use the upper class boundaries. Not boundaries, sorry, limits. So basically, the first coordinate would be 80, 4. The second coordinate would be 100, 24. Then 120, 59. Then 140, 126. Then 160, 146. Followed by 180, 150. For those who are not seeing it, my x-axis values will be these values. Watch it, right? These are my x-axis values, right? Watch it. It's the upper class limit of each class interval. Watch it. Go ahead.
They have a specific reason why they're not 80.5.
But I don't know why. CSEC does just do what they want, right? And then your y-axis values will be the 4, the 24, the 59, the 26, the 146, and the 150, right? So I have all my coordinates now. I need to plot it on my graph below. Make sure you have that. TikTok, all the lucky now. The only way to lose is to be on kicksting. You know, we ain't come here for no kicksting. I know this free. I know all again here free, but I don't play. Lucky now. Lucky, he's up on the comments. Let me go. You come here to win. You didn't come here to lose. All have all the coordinates, right? He's up on the comments. Let me get cracking. Winning season. So I'm seeing that CSEC already plotted some here for you all, right? So let me go. So you have 60 commas, well, it started at 60, but it was 80 comma what? 80 comma 4, right? Then 100 comma what? 24. Then it was 120 comma what? You all have it there.
35.
35?
So I mean 59.
But I see, but like I smoke it, I know I see 59. So 120 comma 59. What's it? That tiki talkie? 120 comma 59. 59 will be in between 58 and 60, right? This will be 59 in between there, right? 59. Okay? So that is my next point there. Next one will be 140 comma
126.
well, I see they already have that there. And then 160 comma what?
146.
146. So guys, they counted in two. So this will be 140, 142, 144, 146. So we're going on the line 146 and we're in the middle here, right? 146 will be here. Okay? Talking, I hope all are following. You know? I hope all are following. So let me go. We go in and draw this curve, right? So I'm going two at a time, right? So we come in here. Boom. Then we come in here. Bang. Then we come in here. Bang. Then we going up. Wait, what going there? I feel like coming from top to bottom. Sometimes that's a good tactic. Coming down. Then they come in here. Boom. Then they come in here. Bang. Winning. We are winning.
So yeah, find the middle of the curve so it's to be like have our belly.
Nah, not just so, yes, bro. Brothers and sisters, in real time, you don't have time to fight up with this, eh?
So okay, I'm more accurate than the median.
The median, all right. Let me, when you say a little more belly, now I find that's good by Andrew. Here, I find here off. Let me draw over this piece. I find here off. This part off. That part you're talking about?
Yeah.
Right. So this will come down. So boom. That's why I work with this. This is a little better. So I gotta work on all the nerves. Right. Proper thing unstoppable. Sure, just like that. Yes, I do. Let's go to my TikTok account and you'll see a number about that's my admin. Message them. There you go. Ooh, my battery going there. My battery is about to die. So somebody was just no wait, we end on here. We're going up.
Yeah.
So use your cumulative frequency curve to find an estimate of the median height of the group of students. So because this is a cumulative frequency curve with class intervals, the median position would be equal to n over 2, which would be what's the total number of students?
150 over 2. And you get the 75th.
So we're looking for the 75th student, right? I am scrolling down. We're looking for the 75th student. So I'm going to my cumulative frequency curve. I am going to locate 75. Let me do it in red. So I'm going across. Click. I show it's in between here, right? It is in between here. And I'm coming down exactly on this line here. I am exactly on this line here. So what we counted in here? This is 130. So you counted 122, 124, 126, 128, right? So this here would be 122. That is what this line is, right?
It's supposed to be 75, it looks 65.
65, yeah, correct. Now what's to see you following? Man wasn't following there, boy. Hold on. That was to see who was following. Man, drop the cake there, boy.
Now it's 126.
126. Proper. Let me raise this. So I did 65 instead of 75. My sister picked it up. It was intentionally done. Of course, you're passing tomorrow, but we come here to win. If we come here to lose, it's not a losers here, right? Right. So what is there, Andrew? 126?
Yeah, 126.
Andrew catching kicks here. Andrew catching kicks. There we go. Boom, boom, bang. Bang, bang, boom. 126. Wait, why keep going down? 126 would be my median, right? So my median, therefore, my median would be equal to 126. All right? 126 is median height, so 126 centimeters. All right? So the probability that a student chosen at random, is taller, so that's greater than 130. So the probability that a student is taller than 130, which is greater than 130, will be something over how much students in all? 150. Let's see how many students are greater than 130. So we're going to 130 on the x-axis. On the x-axis, we're going to 130. Look at it right there. I'm going in green. Let's see how much students would be one. Well, this line here would actually give me 130 or less. This line here giving me 130 or less. So we had to figure out how to calculate more than 130. So this here will be what, by 92? 92 students had 130 or less. So to get 130 or more, in other words, I'm looking for these turn up here.
150 take away 90.
Proper. It'll be 150 take away 92. 150 take away 92. There we go. I put that full thing. Well, I keep going down, boy. Right. I put the full thing, guys. I put 150 take away 92 up here. So reduce this somewhere. What is to be like?
58 over 150. Or it could be reduced as 29 75.
Which is 29 over 75. Everybody good there? What is in Jamaica? Jamaica in the house. Jamaica in the house. Big up what island you're from. Big up what island you are from. Oh, yes, yeah, well, how's our life on TikTok? All right. Yeah, let's send me some rules now, boy. Oh, God. Some rules now, boy. Oh, God, please.
So how much did you make last night?
Like 17 cents. Jamaican house, boy. Jamaican house. There you go. You come here to lose. Right. Yeah, easy max. Look, hey, watch Guyana in the house. Grenada in the house. Hey, Barbados. Grenada, Barbados. Hey. I see them. Huh. The whole Caribbean here, boy. Literally the whole Caribbean here. We bad. All the big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. Somebody begging for a volumes question whole evening. Somebody was begging for a volume question whole evening. So there we go. See if I can analyze what's going on here. I'm gonna take a little breath. This is not no what is called, boy? This is not no 100 meter, nah? What's that?
What marks is this?
This to find total surface area. 4 marks, boy. See if I can figure out what's going on here. I just checking on YouTube by the meanwhile. Let me check on YouTube. I want to make sure they in, under pressure.
Sir, concern rules is
Something now, boy. I just checking on YouTube.
sir, my book done.
Your book done?
Yes, sir.
Wait. I want to see my own life, boy. I want to see how I want to see how YouTube going by. YouTube, whatever. I find it. Good, 111 people on YouTube, boy. Big up on yourself. I feel plenty people from TikTok went on YouTube when the live cut off. I feel so. Yeah, because look, we only have 265 on TikTok, and on YouTube it are way more. All right, we going there, guys. We going there. We going. All right, let go. There we go. Tiki taki. Right. TikTok is my people, boy. TikTok is my people. I love my TikTok people, boy. Right. Somebody begging for this whole evening. Sir, do have a little question, sir. Sir, there we go. The diagram below shows a solid made from a semicircular cylindrical base with a rectangular prism above it. So you have a semicircular base, you have a rectangular prism above it, aka a cuboid, right? Determine, the diameter of the cylindrical base and the width of the rectangular prism are 4 centimeters each, right? So they are saying that here is 4 centimeters. That's what they're saying. The diameter is 4 centimeters. So this side here is actually a wall. What this side is that? You see that's a square?
Yeah.
Because it's 4 by 4, my children. It is 4 by 4, so it's a square. And what the radius will be here, by the way? 2 centimeters is my radius, right? So let's function. They said calculate the total surface area of the solid. I want you to compose all yourself, right? Compose yourself. How much surfaces we have here? It's a 3D shape, 3 definition, right? So we go in. On top here would be 1. Let me call on top 1. Beside here would be 2. On the outside is 2. Then you have here 3. Then you have this space here 4. And behind is 5. And then this curved surface is like the curved part underneath here, right? That's 6. And then we have here 7. And then we have this side 8, right? We counting these semicircles separate, right? So it's basically 8 surfaces we have here, right? 8 surfaces. So let me function. Are you all seeing that the surface on top, the surface to the back, we're looking at the rectangular prism, aka the cuboid, the surface on top, the surface behind the cuboid, the surface to the side, this side, the surface to this side, 2 squares, right? Those 5 surfaces are actually the same. Are you all seeing that? Everything is 4 by 12. 4 by 12. The top is 4 by 12. The back is 4 by 12. The front is 4 by 12. Oh, no, it's 3 4 by 12s. And then the 2 sides will be 4 by 4s. I want to put that, right? So my total surface area, we're going to build it up. My total surface area would be 4 by 12, 4 multiplied by 12 by 3. It has 3 4 by 12 sides. There are 3 4 by 12 sides. Plus, how many 4 by 4 sides we have? Let me hear you. How many 4 by 4 squares we have?
2.
2. Proper. 2 4 by 4 squares. That's the square to the left and the square to the right. The square to the left and the square to the right. Proper thing TikTok. I see TikTok belting out answers there, right? So they gave us a formula here. They said the total surface area R, A, of a cylinder with radius R is given by A is equal to pi R squared plus 2 pi R by height. Now, this is the surface area of what would be an entire cylinder. Come on. If I want to find, so let's write it here, right? If I want to find the surface area of half a cylinder, this will be equal to half of the formula, which is 2 pi R squared plus 2 pi R by height. Half of that formula. So let me put this right above here, and we put in what R is. Remember, did they give us pi? They didn't say what to use pi as. So if they didn't give us pi, let's use pi as 22 over 7, right? So we're going to add a half of, stay with me, it's going to be a half of 2 by 22 over 7 by radius, which is 2 squared, plus 2 by 22 over 7, which is 5, by radius, which is 2. And I want to show you all what the height is. The height would be the distance from here, this point, to here. It's the height of the cylinder if you put it to stand up. If you put it to stand up, right, so the height would be 12, proper thing. So I'm putting 12 here. So I'm giving all that task here to do, right? Listen to me, This is how you're going to punch this on your calculator. Listen, and you're going to give me the answer. So put 3. So watch it as I highlight, I want you to put it on the calculator because this would save you a lot of time in the exam. So put 3, then open the bracket, put 4, multiply by 12, close that bracket, put plus, then put 2, put another bracket, put 4 multiplied by 4, close that bracket, put plus, put 1 over 2, open your bracket, right? Open your bracket, put 2, open your bracket, put 22 over 7, close your bracket, open our next bracket, put 2, close that bracket, press x squared so that the square will come up, press plus, then press 2, open a bracket, 22 over 7, close that bracket, open our next bracket, 2, close that bracket, open our next bracket, put 12, close that bracket, and then put 1 more bracket at the end. Press equal and turn again.
263.96.
How to lose, boy? How to lose? 263 point what?
0.96.
0.9. I and people saying 264. What we do wrong?
Something.
260
It's still wrong.
I guess it's 64
flat. 264. Did you press the pi sign? Or did you put 22 over 7? Who pressed the pi sign and who put 22 over 7? Look, right, look, TikTok. Everybody on TikTok saying 264. Everybody on the TikTok is saying 264. That's I just want to move wrong this. Who somebody said? Yeah, 264. How are you running with? Hold on, I'm moving up this. Hey, look how much money I make here. 23 cents on. 23 cents. Right. So those who didn't get, take a picture and you'll chat. Those who didn't get it, take a pic and you will. Hey, what's that, Andrew? How to lose, bro? How to lose if we shot every day, boy? I don't know how to do that, boy. There we go. Yeah, take a screenshot and you'll chat. Take a screenshot and you'll chat. Those who need to take a screenshot and you'll try it after. Now this on YouTube, this will be uploaded on YouTube. That's the good thing about when you go live on YouTube. When you go live on YouTube, it is upload right after the live, which is really nice. It's really nice. There we go. Calculate the volume of the solid. Listen to me. The volume of any solid would be equal to the area of the cross section
multiplied by length of the cross section,
or the distance. I like to say the distance between the cross sections. Right? So stay with me here. We functioning here. Go up, we're going up. Our cross section is if all you know them baby toys, them babies as we play with. The baby will take something like this, they will laugh, goo goo gaga, and they know to push that block through a semicircle and a square together. On the grid, the baby grid, will be seen like a semicircle and a square. They know to take the block, goo goo gaga, and push it through that. That semicircle and that square would be your cross section. Babies could identify what the cross section of a prism is, right? So adults should be able to also, right? So this here would be my cross section. So I'm going to proceed to find the area of the cross section. Let me do it right here. Area of cross section, right? Cross section. That will be equal to the 4 by 4, which is the square, plus the this is a sector or a semicircle, right? So yeah, very good. Somebody's saying busting your thing in half, very good. Whenever you cut it in half, you're supposed to get the same face on both sides, right? So the area of a semicircle will be theta, which is 180 over 360. So it's like a half of the area of an entire circle, which will be pi r, radius here will be 2 squared, pi r squared. So punch that in on my calculator. Tell me what the area of this cross section here would be. Quickly. Anytime today, no? TikTok asked about the paper. 2022 is the hardest paper I had in the last 5 years.
So I guess 75.43.
75.43 is one that's not placed. So Lego does go 75.4. And it says centimeters squared. Somebody had a second that said TikTok all again. Yeah, this is May, June. TikTok all again, yeah. Anybody else on the online class get this?
Yeah, sir, I got that.
So we go in with
or not.
yeah, proper.
Next one,
Right, there we go. So that's the area of my cross section, right? So that working, I really should have put that working down here. Let me put in. Anybody wrote it down? It was equal to, I put in the area of the cross section here. It was 4 multiplied by 4 plus 180 over 360 multiplied by 22 over 7 by 2 squared. That is the area of the cross section, and I need to multiply that. And I need to multiply that by the distance between the two cross sections. The distance between the two cross sections is as plain as day. It will be the distance from one point to a corresponding point on the other cross section. What that distance would be? It would be 12 centimeters, right? So this would be multiplied by 12. And my final answer here would be what? 904.8 cents. Way, boy.
So I get 267.4.
It do that again and all there.
267.4.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Our gun.
Yeah, boy. But look, I was moving up thing here. I come here and move up all in between. So that'll count as activity.
So what if you put like a background?
I put a background. It have a background. It's just crazy, boy. This is crazy. That's why plenty people going on TikTok, not TikTok, sorry, on YouTube. That's why plenty people going on YouTube. Let's see if I come back on TikTok there. Hold on, God, TikTok.
So I think you're supposed to put a comment on your own live, so like send a dot or something in the comment
Right,
section.
and that will sort it out. God.
So you can print out so I can see the whole thing.
Sure. Y'all can start a look at sea level. Let's get us TikTok back up. That one thing I don't like about this app, boy. I really don't like this about this app. Yeah? Sorry.
Boy, Mr. Senator, my vibes live right now on TikTok. What you doing here? Come watch some student hub videos or something, huh? Alright, big man. I will hear about you tomorrow.
I see somebody that's not yeah. Oh gosh. I connected here. Hey, all it tell me thing up now. One of the laptops connected here. I wonder if I see MacBook. Hold on, Yeah, go ahead. It off. Ollie, what going on in TikTok, boy?
Yes, sir, you're live again, sir.
Alive? All right, that's all. I'm watching it here now. I don't know why I do this, boy. TikTok, I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry, TikTok. Wait. I want TikTok there. I'll set our shipping explain there. TikTok, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boy, TikTok, boy. The only alternative to this is to like put my phone. That's why I see Rajiv, Matt's vibe. I see he was using this app, and then I see he revert to his phone, and I feel there's a reason.
But so you have a tripod today?
Yeah, I'm a tripod, but I find when you go on this, that's thing. I will do what Christian said to do, to send some messages. Which one I want to explain over? Sorry, but TikTok go give up on me now. We move from 400 to 128. I'm really sorry, boy. I'm really sorry, boy, TikTok, boy. I'm sorry. Don't worry, we'll go and start to send some comments. Right? Let me wait for some other people to come back. Let me wait for some people to come in. Which one y'all want to explain over? Go ahead. Somebody say something.
So for B, I got 267.4 centimeters.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, I don't know. Be confident in yourself, sister. Be confident in yourself. And this was 70 something. What this was? 70 something?
Yeah, like 75.
75 point what? Something. 75.
75.4.
75.4 multiplied by 12, which will give me what? You get the F1s? 267.4 centimeters cube, because it is a volume. Yeah, guys, we get out. Sorry, but really sorry. Sorry, TikTok. Oh God. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Sorry. Like up the video, like up and share. Right, let go. So the solid is made from gold. 1 cubic centimeter of gold has a mass of 19.3 grams. The cost of 1 gram of gold is 42.62, right? So they're saying that 1 cubic centimeter of gold is 19.3 grams. 1 cubic centimeter is 19.3 grams. How much cubic centimeters is the whole solid? How much did we work it out to be? The entire solid. What's the volume of the entire solid?
267.
So if I want the mass, this is mass, right? So the cost of 1 gram, okay, this is the cost. So let's go with cost one time. So the cost of gold will be equal to 19.3 multiplied by 267.4. This will give me the mass of the gold, and then I need to multiply this by 42.62, right? 42.62 would be cost of 1 gram, 1 gram of gold. And what would be the entire cost of the block of gold, if you want to call it that? 240.
Yeah, 240.
597
597.45.
and 45 cents. Somebody had a second list. I see y'all saying y'all missed the brackets on TikTok, right? TikTok, where we talking about here? So the brackets TikTok, right? The area of the course section, right, would be the area of the square. And let's show back TikTok this. The area of the square, which is 4 by 4. Look at right there. Multiplied by the formula for area of the sector. Remember, in a semicircle, this would be 180 degrees. So it'll be 180 over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. Am I lagging for you all? You could go on YouTube, eh? You could go on YouTube. TikTok lagging. They say TikTok lagging. Sure. No, you can't. You can't carry 2 calculators into the room. Sure about that.
I don't know about that.
Somebody will get over that. 2-1. Hey, you ain't get no wrong answers here, sister. What is 219? 2199554.
No. 954. She moved the extra 5.
Okay.
And then 50 cents after that.
Move the extra 5, right? So 219,954 and 15 cents.
Yes. Yeah.
Talk to me, Andrew. Why did you do that, right?
I feel when I look at those, I do 9.8 times 267.4, and I round it down. So.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, so
I understand why you did that, big brother. I understand what you did. To 19.3 multiplied by 19.3 multiplied by 267.4 equals 516.82, right? And then a multiply. Right. Oh, no, but that still will not affect it. That's still not supposed to affect it, right? I let go. Right. So we scrolling down. I just actively skip these things there, but let me go. Table 4 in arrangement L. So we're going in L. So you have boom, bang, 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 bang. We have 4 tables, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Let me see if I can erase this. Point. I want a point eraser. Right, we good there? How much boxes all around?
3 on the side and 8 on the length.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Actually,
5. Huh?
yeah, the shape.
No, I mean, I don't have time for that, way.
So if you could mark that,
Yeah, you're losing marks for that, way. That's all. We go catch them. Hold on, that's all. Right? Let me put them and then we go catch them, right? Look how long it's taking now. CSEC people have time to waste in an exam. Them really feel people have time to waste. That's what they feel.
Why them don't come on?
Yeah, I seen so. This is real killjoy, boy. And then they're telling me straight this too.
this is 2 marks.
Easy 2 marks, but watch how long it's taking, bro. Watch how long it's taking. I feel this is a trend who know what to do in the exam. They get them a little hard to do.
Hey, sir, right? Another of my class, he skipped this question crazy. What to do for this question?
You're crazy.
He skipped this.
You're crazy.
Right.
Say that again, sister.
Not too much of a
Someone like that.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, so that's funny. So when you're here, so you go come back and do this.
Yeah, I feel this is so when you're done and you have a little time, you come and do this. Now, but don't lose easy marks by this easy marks. Look how long that take me to do. Guys, if I log in, you also go to YouTube. It is on YouTube right now. You can go to YouTube. If I'm logging, let's go to insert mathematics on YouTube, and you're supposed to get through. Right. What's going on here? Now, the easiest way to do these questions would be to do the last column first, right? That's always equal, the last column first. So, we add in here. You're adding 4, you're adding 4. So, you know to be 4n. 4 by 1 plus what? Plus 6 will give me 10. Then you're adding one here, 4. And then you're adding 6.
Let's say add.
Oh, this is 6. Sorry. So this will be 6n plus what?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Right? So we have our 2 equations. This is the most effective way to do this, right? It's to do the last column first. So we go in. Up here, it will be 4 by 4 plus 6 because n is 4. Where again here? Then 6 by n plus 4 will give me how much? How much again here? 28. Wait, it's 6 by 4. 6 4s are 24, 28, right? 6 by 4 plus 4, right? Now, here, you need to form an equation with this in order to find out what n is. So what I can say here is that 6n plus 4 is equal to 130. Carry the 4 here, we're trying to find n, right? 6n will be 130 minus 4. 6n would be equal to 128. Carry the 6 there. What we do with it? 128 divided by 128, 126. 126 divided by 6 will give me what?
21.
21, proper. 21. So that's n, 21. So 4 by 21 plus 6 will give me what?
40.
Everybody good there? That is 6 marks there. 6 and 2. That's 8 marks in the bag. Literally 8 marks in the bag. Okay, so what they're doing, they're checking to see how much we increased in by, right? We increased by 4. Here, you increased by 6. Right? So what you do, you take that 4, you multiply it by n, with the n here, and then, well, you multiply by each value of n. So if I do 4 by 1 plus 6, I will get 10. Then 4 by 2 plus 6 would give me 14. So that there would be the equation, right? That would be the equation for the number of chairs. Then we want to do the next column. We're going up by 6. So it'll be 6n. So 6 by 1 plus 4 would give you 10. 6 by 2 plus 4 would give you 16, and so forth. 19? Well, you're killing me, boy. Oh, you're killing me, boy. This is 90, guys. Mr. Andrew, don't go in that exam tomorrow. Brother, you're giving me real wrong calculations, Andrew. What going on? Andrew, you're calculating it wrong, Bro, take your time, boy. Take your time. Take your time. Right, let you go. Right, so we're going again. Leon needs to arrange tables to seat 70 people for a birthday party. Which arrangement, L or M, will allow him to rent the least number of tables? Use calculations to justify your answers. We're working with tables, that the least number of tables. Which one of the columns would be tables? Number of tables, that'll be N. Right, so which should allow him. So we're going to work with 2 arrangements, see how much chairs we will get. The one that I get the least number of chairs for. That would be the one that we would have to get the least number of tables. You all agree? So we form in 2 equations. We're doing 4n plus 6 is equal to 70. Then we're doing 6n plus 4 is equal to 70. We solve it to find which one we get the lesser value for n. N meaning number of tables, right? So there you go. When you carry 6 here, what are you doing? 70 take away 6 will give me 74. Carry 4 here. What are we doing with it? Huh? Yeah. Again, not like Andrew there, boy. Hey, we glitching, boy. Once you start a glitch, time to done. 64 divided by 4. What that would be? Wait, that's TikTok. Let me leave and come back. Hold on. TikTok say I'm lagging. I'm lagging real bad. Hold on, TikToky. On if it's because I take out the Bluetooth. Oh, I think I know why. Let me take out some things here. Hold on, guys. TikToky, hold on. Closing up some apps here. Right? So that this laptop will not lag. Hold on, TikToky. Hold on. Right. There you go.
What I'm as my students going in life tomorrow, make that 2 grades. I don't know how to do it. I really don't know.
Dead.
I'm as my students, I'm probably like, I'm not at least I'm a 6 or something.
Lad. Like, see what's going on TikTok. I seen it moving real slow. Right. There you go.
Ever see what I'm as my students going in life, make that 2 grades. I don't know how to do it. I really don't know.
The TikTok have a delay.
I cannot TikTok is it can do that.
Correct. Right. There you go. So what's N here? What do you got for N?
16.
Then here you carry 4 here, you're going to minus it. So 6N is equal to 70 minus 4, which will be what? 66.
60.
N is equal to 66 divided by 6, which will be 11. Right? So therefore, arrangement, what has the least number of tables? Arrangement. The first one was L and the second one is M. So this one is L and this one is M. So it's arrangement M will allow the least number of tables. Right. I see the ball on TikTok be good now. Woo! What are we doing here? Hey!
Whoa, that's the
Yeah.
Sorry. My heart jump on and see this question.
Whoa, and this air. This going on YouTube, this kind of upload on YouTube. So YouTube, I'm sorry, yeah? Sorry for the explicit say YouTube. Sorry there, guys. Yeah. After this done, after we done this, I think I should go and rest, boy. Because it can get anxiety if you do too much tonight. What you didn't do now, yeah, you can't do in one night.
So now I'm
Say that again.
I have revised.
And I hear you say that again, sister.
No rest because I still have left that to try.
Oh,
So much time. Very easy. Very nice.
all right, let's go. Lock in. So our rental company has X cars and Y minivans. The company has at least 8 vehicles altogether. The number of minivans is less than or equal to the number of cars. The number of cars is no more than 9. Write 3 inequalities in terms of X and or Y other than X is greater than or equal to 0 and Y is greater than or equal to 0 to represent this information. What's the first one you all will write here? Let me hear you all. What's the first one? X plus Y. So we're going with the number of cars plus the number of minivans would be at least 8. At least 8 means what? Greater than or equal to 8, right? The company has at least 8 vehicles together. So that means X plus Y is greater than or equal to 8. The number of minivans is less than or equal to the number of cars. So minivans is represented by Y, proper. Less than or equal to the number of cars. Excellent. X, right? Then the number of cars will be X, is no more than 9. So less than or equal to 9. So we got our 3 inequalities, right? Let me function, proper thing. So a car can carry 4 people. You know, I'm glad we're doing this because I feel an inequalities question is coming tomorrow, right? So a car, yeah, scroll back up. Right. So a car can carry 4 people and a minivan can carry 6 people. There are at most 60 persons to be taken on a tour. Show that 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. So if it's 4 people in a car, that'll be 4 by x plus 6 people in the minivan, 6y, is at most 60, means less than or equal to 60. And what can we do here? We can divide by proper. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. So this would be 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. Shown. How to lose, boy? How to lose if you show up every day? Huh? Yeah, I get emotional, boy. Nah, I tell you, I know the kind of work I had to put in when I was on a level, because I knew that I had to work 10 times harder than the people who were brighter than me. Well, hey, all I don't know, hard work beats talent any day, you know. I don't care about who talented, you know. My grit, your grit, what I'm trying to instill in you all, that is what will make all you better citizens. That is what will make you all better parents. Right? So let me go. On the grid below, plot all 4 lines associated with the inequalities in A and B. Shade and label the region that satisfies all 4 inequalities. So was anybody able to write down the inequalities? Anybody wrote it down?
Yes, sir.
Give me them. What's the first one?
X plus y is greater than or equal to 8.
X plus y is greater than or equal to 8.
Then y is equal to x.
Y is greater than or equal to x or less than? Next.
X is less than or equal to.
And lastly,
2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30.
these are all my inequalities here. So points to note. You are going to find the inequalities, the equalities. And that's fine, but you're going to write these as equalities in order to plot them on the graph. I'm going to say it again. You're going to write these as equalities in order to plot them on the graph. So I'm going to put now x plus y is equal to 8. Let's find 2 values on this line, right? So can we do when x is equal to 0, and can we do when y is equal to 0?
Yeah.
So this will be 0 plus y is equal to 8. That means y is equal to 8. What will be the coordinates of this point?
0, 8.
Proper. 0, 8. Then what will be the coordinates of this point?
8, 0.
8. So we go in. This will be, that's right. Let me write it down. It will be x plus 0 is equal to 8. X is equal to 8. So this would be 8 on the x, 0 on the y, right? So we can actually plot this. Let's plot this first, right? So this would be 0, 8, 8, 0. So 0, 8 would be up here. And then 8, 0 would be down here. That is on the x-axis, on the y-axis. Let's draw straight lines now. Well, each straight line. So the equation of this line would be, what was x plus y is equal to 8. That is the equation of the line. Somebody bought in Wi-Fi, boy. That's Wi-Fi. On if up one keen set, match it that goes better way. We try that. You TikTok, YouTube. Let me see what's going on YouTube. Tell me if this Wi-Fi working better. Wait. Thanks, guys. I don't see these people real. Everybody on YouTube only walling TikTok fighting me, boy. YouTubers walling TikTok fighting me. All right, let go. YouTube running good, man. YouTube solid. Right, let go. So, give me the coordinates of 2 points again.
8,0.
Right, we don't do that, right? So the equality for this line would be y is equal to x. Y is equal to x is like the easiest line to draw in the history of life. All right? Y is equal to x would be a line coming from 0, 0, going straight up. I plot another y is equal to x point. We can do 10, 10, and then we're going to draw a line such that the line up here. This is the line y is equal to x. Then
X is equal to 9.
X is equal to 9. That's a straight line, right? X is equal to 9. A vertical line running through where X is 9. Let me put that here. Let me put that bad boy here. Boom. I don't know why that arrow come up there. All right. I don't like how that draw. Hold on. Let me draw that a little better. TikTok, a lot of people go to YouTube. Are you working now? This is X is equal to 9. And the last point here, right? We're branching off into 2. Okay? Let me put the equality first. I don't want to think is the inequality I'm working on. The equality here would be 2x plus 3y is equal to 30, right? So I'm going to do when x is equal to 0, and I'm going to do when y is equal to 0. So when x is 0, this will be 2 by 0 plus 3y is equal to 30. So that means 3y is equal to 30. Carry 3 here divided, y is equal to 10. So this coordinate would be 0, 10 proper. Then we go in here now. This would be 2x plus 3 by 0 is equal to 30. Right? Want to YouTube? What the hell? Somebody say YouTube paper sheet off. But is that a joke now? Everything glitching, by. Abi, everything. Yeah, boy, they're real fighting me tonight, boy. YouTube, I'm going to tell you. You all seeing we hold on. Let me stop sharing. Let me share over. YouTube sticker. Right, we back in the game there, YouTube. We back in the game to me. All right, let me come back here. To be tell me if we back in the game. All of this is happening when you're pumping about 3 hours now, eh? It's about 3 hours now. I like, I love it, YouTube, boy. YouTube, like, all the China win my heart, boy. I start TikTok man for life, you know. Tiki-taki for life. YouTube trying to win my heart, there. There we go. Where we at here, Andrew? Where we at? 2x is equal to 30 because 3 multiplied by 0 is 0. So you carry the 2 here, you divided, x will be equal to 30 divided by 2. X is 15. Now, this will be what? 15, comma 0, right? So let's plot these points on my graph. 0, comma 10, 15, comma 0. Of course, we had to touch up that paper tomorrow, boy. What was 15, comma 10? No.
0,
0, comma. I'll be again tired.
No, I think
0, comma 10. Yeah, we had to finish. So we here 0, comma 10 and 15, comma 0. We here. Let me draw this line. How them men? Let's do this 12. Wait, men like Rajiv and thing is my heroes, yes, right? How you making 15 hours, right?
So the vlog that I see you talking about this morning.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, doing 7 hours.
The man is a goat, boy. Yeah, my wife in the background, but age. Age is the defining factor. So she in AKA she said, "You're an old man, Mr. Seret." Yeah, go ahead.
So I hear Max was going up until the actual Saturday exam. I don't think he's planning to end this time. So
Yeah.
but Loki is going on alone.
Nah, I'm a bro, man. Let the man do his thing. Let the man do his thing. I sure you got people who will stay. I am pretty sure. I real sorry I lose all my TikTok people, boy. I'm not watching it here. All right, let go. Right. So TikTok on here, McClare. This is my region here, right? So you want to know why this is my region? It's like x plus y is greater than or equal to 8. I want to tell you something. Most of the time when you do these linear programming questions, you are able to see the region one time. So watch it. X plus y is greater than or equal to 8, right? So you know you will be above this line, right? Yeah, above this line. Then y is equal to x, right? Y is less than or equal to x, right? Less than or equal to x would be down here, right? Then x is less than or equal to 9. Less than or equal to 9 will be coming in this direction. And I believe the last one was, what was the equation on this line? Was 2x plus 3y is equal to 30. Put the inequality when you are labeling the graph, right? So 2x plus 3y is equal to 30, right? So this would have been less than or equal to, so you notice below here. This is my common region. So they said determine the two combinations for the minimum number of cars and minivans that can be used to carry exactly 60 people on tour. So your combination will be your vertices. So we're talking about here, we're talking about here, we're talking about here, and we're talking about here and here, right? So we're looking for a combination that when we plug it into 2x plus, no, we're using the original thing. Watch it here. You're using the original equation, which is 4x plus 6y, and we want to see what we get, right? That's what we're using here. Determine the minimum number of minivans and cars that we will need to fit exactly 60 people, right? So watch it. You're looking at the two coordinates above because I don't think the other ones would give you exactly 60. So let's look at these two coordinates here. We're looking at 6, 6.
And 9, 4.
Right. And 9, 4. Now you can't test this one. These two will definitely not give you 60, right? You could test 4, 4 if you want, but I'm saying straight up that you would not get 60 when you plug those into the equation down here. So I'm going to say when x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 6, which is the coordinate 6, 6. Go ahead, Chelsea.
Same with the accent, sorry.
All right, no problem. So this will be 4 by 6 plus 6 by 6, which will give me what? 6 4s are? 6 6s are? So 24 plus 36 is? Right? So this combination works. So that's one of the combinations. And then I'll put what the other one was? 9, something.
9, 4.
So we go in. So it's when x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 4. This will be 4 by 9 plus 6 by 4. 9 4s are?
36.
6 4s are?
24.
36 plus 24 is? So therefore, my combinations, therefore, 6 6 and 9 4 are the two combinations. Everybody good there? Somebody asking where I got this formula on TikTok, right? Where did I get this formula? This is the formula for the amount of people in the minivans and the cars, right? So look, you'll see it up here. 4 people, the car can carry 4 people, and the minivan can carry 6 people. So that equation would have been 4x plus 6y, right? 4x plus 6y. Function. Scrolling down. But remember what manual is 9 to check this thing now. Right, so we go in. The company charges $75 to rent a car and $90 to rent a minivan. Show that the minimum cost for this store is $990. So the two combinations we were going to are 6 6 and 9 4. Right? So if it's $75 for a car, that'll be 6 by 75 plus $90 a minivan, that'll be 6 by 90. What is this cost here? $990. So let me just make sure the other combination is not less. Right? And this one will be 9 by 75 plus 4 by 90. How much again here?
1,035.
1,035. So therefore, shows that the minimum, right? So therefore, the minimum cost is $990. Right? The minimum cost is $990. Everybody good there? Any questions? Talk to me. Nice. Yeah, shown. Very good. Because it's the shoe. Proper. Woohoo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So let's see what we can articulate here before we even jump into the question. Well, how YouTube going? YouTube good? YouTube, all good? YouTube. Yeah, man, YouTube good. I see no responding here. Huh? Love you too, son. Good night. There you go. YouTube say they're good. Right. Soldier up. Soldier up. Okay. H, J, K, L, and M. Leo, hand my water, please. One in the price, smart water. Another one on top. Are points on the circumference of a circle with center 0, right? So you have your center 0 here, or O. MK is, I think 0 is O. MK is a diameter of the circle and it is parallel to HG. So your diameter is parallel to HG, okay. MJ is equal to JL, right? It is indicated by these two strokes here. And JMK is equal to 30, right? J to M to K is 38. So I see another thing here. I see this is alternate. This is alternate to this, right? Alternate angles are equal. I am seeing that up here is 90, right? Angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. I'm seeing that this angle and this angle are opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral. I'm seeing that this angle here and this whole angle here will be equal because base angles in an isosceles triangle are equal. The angle L and the angle K will be equal because those will be angles at the circumference in the same segment are equal. That's how much things I see there before I even go into the question. So let me see what the question actually asks, right?
Wait, so 11 equals 38.
No, just here was studied. No, just here was studied. Just here, right? So let me see what they're asking. Explain given a reason why angle HJM, H to J to M is 38 degrees. That's the same matter here. So HJM is equal to 38 degrees because alternate angles are equal, right? For those who don't know how the alternate angles look, you will have two parallel, a pair of parallel lines, boom bang, right? Then you have a transversal coming from here to here, right? These two lines are parallel, boom, bang. This angle underneath here would be equal to this angle above here. Alternate angles are equal, right? So this angle here, A, is equal to this angle here, B. Everybody good there? We cooking? Are we cooking? Right? Alternate real gas we cooking with here by dog by real gas. So MJK, I think somebody on TikTok was stating that MJK was 90 degrees. M to J to K would be 90 degrees because angle at the circumference in a semicircle is equal to 90 degrees. How does this theorem look? You have a circle, boom, right? You have a diameter, bang, must be a diameter. You have the center of a circle here. Once you have an angle being formed of this diameter, right? This angle up here would be 90 degrees. We say angle at the circumference in a semicircle is 90 degrees, right? So let's write that here. Angle at the circumference in a semicircle is angle at the circumference in a semicircle 90 degrees, right? Proper thing, right? TikTok, let's bounce in between all and YouTube, eh? So don't take no horrors. Let's making sure all the YouTube people good now. YouTube, all good? Boy, plenty people in YouTube too, boy. Right, let go. Scrolling down. Determine the value of each of the following angles. Show detailed workings where appropriate. So we're going to try the function on MLG. Scrolling up. MLG. to L to G. M to L to G would be this angle here. Boom. M to, no, wait, M to L to J is down here. I take out MJL. MLJ would be down here. How would we find that? Let me know like this.
Isosceles.
Yeah, it is an isosceles triangle, but we need to find this. Let me make sure it's MLG. MLG, correct. So what we'll find here first, we have to find something first here. M to K to G can be found because the three angles in a triangle add up to proper, right? So those three angles, which will be the 38, the 90, and our unknown angle will be 180 degrees. So let's write that. That is MKG. So MKG is what we find in first, right? MKG would be equal to 180 minus 90 plus 38. That will be equal to what?
52.
52 degrees. Reason would be angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, right? Now we can proceed to state what MLG is. Scrolling up, right? So if we found here to be 52 degrees,
I mean, L will be 52 as well.
proper. Here's 52 degrees, so that means here's 52 degrees, right? All right, I love 52 degrees, right? Reason would be if you have a circle like this, right? I call it the butterfly. And you have a butterfly here, boom, bang, bang, bang. We call it angles in the same segment are equal. So this angle here, A, is equal to this angle here, B. Butterfly, some people call it bow tie, right?
Yes.
Bow tie or butterfly. So I'm going to put now that MLJ is equal to 52 degrees, and the reason would be angles at the circumference in the same segment are equal. How we feeling? We winning or we losing? Are we winning or are we losing?
You wouldn't say.
Have to win by. Have to win. Let's go. So we go into LJK now, right? Scrolling up. LJK. L to J to K is this little piece here. So now that I have here 52, what here will be? And this whole angle is 52 degrees also because they are base angles in an isosceles triangle, right? You want to find this little piece here. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for LJ. Is LJM? LJK.
But you can find LMK.
Right. We need to find L. Where's that? LMK? LMK. Yeah, we can do 38 minus 52. So this little piece here will be 52 minus 38. And once again, that you can say angles at the circumference in the same segment are equal also. So let me write down what LMK is, right? Proper thing, guys. I see TikTok belting out answers here, boy. How we talk about? So this would be MLK is what we find in first, right? It would be 52 minus M.
It's LMK.
LMK. Nice. LMK would be equal to 52 minus 38, which is what? 14 degrees, right? Then I can say that LJK is equal to 14 degrees, and the reason will be the same as above. Angles at the circumference in the same segment are equal. Right? Angles, that's what we talk about. Ashley, hello. There we go. TikTok loving it, boy. TikTok loving it. Tell her TikTok is my people. You know. YouTube, I want to go ahead. YouTube. SP and CP tonight. What's SP and CP, boy? You know what I'm saying, huh? How to lose, boy? Boy, I feel like I had to leave too, but we push it through. We stole that through. There you go. J. Hold on, huh? That's all, huh? That's all. Where Emmanuel? Emmanuel, where's that in any group? I just watching the group there. See now also something that's coming in the group, right? There you go. JHM, right? So there you go. JHM. J to H to M is this bad boy up here. How you find this bad boy here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to
180.
proper. So these two angles, because this is a cyclic quadrilateral, meaning that all 4 vertices are on the circumference, I can say opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180 degrees, right? So there we go. So JHM is equal to 180 minus 52, which will be what?
128.
Opposite angles, please put your reasons there. Opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180, or I can say are supplementary, right? Right? Hey,
So,
2 more minutes.
so tell CC to tell her she moved to TikTok because she laptop started to overheat and restart.
All right, no problem. Let me send a little message here. Hey, I just send a message on TikTok to make sure it do thing, right? Your comment wasn't posted because of live setting. Was live setting? Hey. All right, let me do some activity here. All right, boom. Let me click that. Let me click this. I just try to make sure all it don't log off at TikTok. Don't go nowhere. All right. Follow me. Follow me. Follow. Why are they saying this? I don't understand what's that, huh?
So when you finish it on YouTube, you go post one there.
Yeah, there's post one time.
Right, so I'll check it on another mail. I didn't put it goes to the maps.
Nah, no problem, bro. Love in your house. Bearings. Bearing. From port L, ship R is 250 kilometers on a bearing of 65, right? 065. 2 things. When you're writing a bearing, you always put 0. If it is a 2-digit number, you always put 0, right? Now, the most important thing about bearings is where you are coming from, right? Where you are coming from. So if I said from port L is what is start the question with. It means that my bearing is located here. Very good, right? So when you are drawing a bearing, you start at the north line and you always go in a clockwise direction. Are we clear? So we're going clockwise to the line that goes from L to ship R. This bearing here would be 65. Everybody clear there?
Yes, sir.
Proper. Right? Proper thing. Sorry about that. I was just checking my lives here. Right. Hey, on the thanks to the roses. I see people melting out roses. I love all that. Thank you. There we go. Huh?
There's number 10?
Yes, sister. 10 part B. No, this is 9 part B. Yeah. So ship T is 180 kilometers from L. Where we coming from? Ship T, 180 kilometers from L. The most important thing about a bearing is where you are coming from. Is where you are coming from. That is where my note line would be. So I'm starting here again. I'm starting at L. I'm going in a clockwise direction to the line that goes from L to T. This is my second bearing here, right? Hey, I just checking TikTok to make sure all it don't log off there. 9, see nothing. TikTok like we functioning now. Like we functioning now. Right? We functioning now. We winning. Winning all here. TikTok, I ain't gonna lose all here. Like I was losing all the whole night. So there we go. 148 degrees, right? That is the red bearing here. This information is illustrated on the diagram below, right? So the first part is to complete the diagram by inserting the value of RLT. So I put in my 2 bearings there. How would I find R? Come on, right? If I want to put RLT, which is this piece here, RLT is this piece. It's going to be the 65. You're going to take that from the 148 and I'll get RLT. So let me put it right here. Let me put the working, right? So RLT would be equal to 148 minus 65, which will give me what?
83 degrees.
I see I do know this question. And then I have a bearings question. Not bearings, is a matrix question that I was supposed to do last night. I do now one, and then I close enough, right? Go ahead there, Andrew. What are you saying?
83 degrees.
83 degrees is RL. Let me write it in green. This is 83 degrees, right? Yeah, I do know. That early is 9 o'clock. If I can finish by, I think we'll finish by 10. I think by 10 we'll finish. So, what they asking for next? They said calculate RT, the distance between the 2 ships, right? Look at it, Socrates. You want RT, which is this length here, cosine rule. Why do we use cosine rule? All listen to me on TikTok, listen to me, my children. Well, I sing in this in all head whole year. You have 2 sides, 1 angle, and you want another side. 2 sides, 1 angle, and you want another side. You're using cosine rule, right? Cosine rule. So I'm going to write cosine rule here. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of capital A. Perspective to the question, right? Common A will be the side you are trying to find. Common A will always be the side that is opposite the capital A, which is the angle, right? So common A will be RT. So I can replace this with RT squared. Common B and common C will be these 2 sides. Common B, common C. It doesn't matter the order you put it in. You can put C as 180, you can put B as 250, or vice versa. So I'm going to put 250 squared plus 180 squared minus 2 by 250 multiplied by 180 cos of capital A, which is what?
83.
Come on. 83. So RT would be equal to, I'm going to do the opposite of squared on this side, which is square root of what am I getting when I belt out all that on my calculator? Hit me real hard.
83,931.
931.76. So RT, I'm going to put RP. RT would be equal to what?
289.7.
289.7, and this would be what? Kilometers?
Yeah.
Anybody seconding this? Anybody working on these things?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on, let's speak up now, man. We ain't come here to lose, you know. Right? We did not come here to lose. Hey, yeah, let's check in TikTok again. I know this is our only time I go cut off now. Hold on, guys. Nothing going on, right? Hey, that's what I mean. Oh, hey. Right, we back. I just don't want to lose TikTok again. I should have been doing that when I had it had like about more than 400, about 450 people, and then we lose everybody. So let me go. Hey, say that again. All right, no problem. So this is RT. Let me see what's going on next. Determine the bearing of T from R. What's the most important thing about bearings, right? Come on, where we coming from? Once you can understand where we are coming from, you understand where your north line is, you understand that you have to go in a clockwise direction. So we coming from R. So let me go. I'm going to belt out a north line here. Boom. Right? North line. I'm calling it N1, right? Because we don't have north on the side. So we want the bearing of T from R. So we go in from R to T. So that bearing is going to be this bad boy coming around here.
You could use coincidence to find the angle outside and to find the angle inside. You could use sine.
Proper. So I'm going to use co-interior to find here, right? Co-interior meaning that this 65 and this angle, because we have a pair of parallel lines, aka two north lines, a transversal going from one parallel line to the next. This angle here, A, plus this angle here, B, would add up to 180 degrees, and they are co-interior, right? Co-interior, okay? So, in order to find L, R, N1, that's what we'll call it, right? L to R, follow my arrow, L to R to N1. So I'm going to put our working down here. That's what I find first, my children. L to R to N1 is equal to 180 minus what?
65.
65, and this would be 115 degrees, right? So stay with me. This angle here now would be 115. Right? This angle here will be 115 degrees. Remember, we want this blue angle behind here. This is what we want. So a complete revolution would be 360. So I found there to be 115. You know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to find this angle on the inside here. Right? So watch it here. I want to erase some of this noise. I erase this. I erase this and this. Right? What else I can erase, boy? Now, let me look at that. So, I'm going to use, I have a phobia for TikTok, boy. I'll keep checking it. Right, now, good. TikTok, good. Right, let you go. So, we're using this angle and this side. Okay? That would be, let me call this capital A, common A. Let me call this here capital B, and opposite here would be common B. right? Capital B and common B. What common B was? What here was again? 2 something. 289.7 kilometers, right? This is common B, yeah? Common B. So I'm going to activate my sine rule. Why am I activating my sine rule? Because I have 2 sides, an angle, and I want another angle. The thing about sine rule is anytime is pairs, right? Meaning that 2 sides, you want 2 angles. I am going to use sine rule. Sine rule, right? So let me go. I'm going down. I'm going to put sine rule here. Common A over sine capital A is equal to common B over sine capital B, which is equal to common C over sine capital C. We only use 2 at a time. So it's either using the A's and the B's and the C's, or it don't matter. You're only using 2 at a time. All right. So let me go. PN these things off. I am linking, or I'm PN 83 with 289.7. 83 with 289.7. Let's put that in. So 289.7 is the side. The angle is what goes with sine. Right? This will be equal to, right?
180 over LRT.
180 is the side. L to R to T is the angle that we are trying to find. Right? So this will be 180 over sine of LRT. So what do? I carry this here, and I'm going to bring this whole bad boy down here. So this would be sine LRT would be equal to 180 all over 289.7 divided by sine of 83. I want you all to punch this in on your calculator as is, right? So LRT would be equal to, when you move sine by itself over here, that sign becomes sine -1. So when you work out that fraction there, what are we getting?
0.6167.
Yeah.
0.6167. So sine -1 of that would give me what?
83. Wait, no, not 83, 38.
38 flat, 38.1.
I get 38.
Or again, 38 flat. That's cool if that working out to 38 flat. What you getting here? Somebody work on this, please.
That's how I would get, of course, I get 38.
That was saying
Yes.
38.075, right? So I got 38.1 degrees. 38.1 degrees, right? 38.1, proper. Okay? Scrolling down. Because we look at the done on the stair. So we're going to matrices. Yeah, boy. Huh. Tiredness, and I want it done. So LRT, go back up. LRT would be this bad boy here. This is 38.1, but we want the blue angle here, which is the bearing. So in order to get the bearing, I'm going to do 360 minus the sum of this green and this red angle here. So let's go with that. So it's going to be, let me put the head in there. Therefore, the bearing of T from R would be equal to 360 minus 115 plus 38.1, which will give me what?
206. .9.
Proper. 206.9 degrees. Right? 206.9 degrees. How we looking there? We winning or we losing?
We try it.
Proper.
So we must win.
We have to win. Have to. Energy low. All in reading our energy low. All if I ain't talking louder again. Woo! There you go. The transformation matrix A is equal to 0, -1. You all try to follow for this one. Let me finish with our bang. Right? We finishing with our bang. So the transformation matrix A is equal to 0, -1, 1, 0. Represents a rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin O. The transformation matrix B, which is 0, -1, -1 and 0, represents a reflection in the straight line with equation y is equal to -x. Write the coordinates of P prime, the image of the point P, which is 7, 11, after it undergoes a rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. So if you want P prime, you need to apply the rotation matrix, which is 0, -1, 1, 0, to the coordinate P, but you're writing P
7, 11.
proper. You're writing it in vector form. I put 7, 10, 7, 11. You're writing this in vector form, my children. So I'm going row by column. So row by column would give me 0 by 7 is 0, plus -1 by 11, -11. Row by column would give me 1 by 7 is 7, then 0 by 11 is 0. So P prime, well, this answer here will be -11 and 7, but P prime written as a coordinate would be -11, 7. That is my coordinate after it undergoes that transformation. Yeah, Kayla, I really am. Not top man, you ain't losing top man. We come here to win. And the real soldiers is the people who can really do this thing when they're tired. Doing it when you're tired is the real G's. So T is a combined transformation matrix of A followed by B, right? A followed by B. So hear me out, right? If you want to find proper, if you want to find a combined transformation of one matrix followed by a next, what do? You take the second matrix and you multiply it by the first matrix. So this will be equal to B, which is 0, -1, -1, 0. Let's put that. So it's going to be 0, -1, -1, 0, multiplied by
0, -1, 1, 0.
0. A is 0, -1, 1, 0, right? 0, -1, 1, 0, right? So this will be equal to row by column would be 0 plus -1 by 1 will be -1. Row by column would be 0 by -1 is 0. -1 by 0 is 0. Row by column will be -1 by 0 is 0. 0 by 1 is 0. Row by column, -1 by -1 is 1, and 0 by 0 is 0. All right? So this combined transformation matrix T, therefore T is equal to 0 plus -1 will give me -1. 0 plus 0 will give me 0. 0 plus 0 will give me 0. 0 plus 1 will give me 1. This here is what T is. Are we clear here, my children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Proper.
Yes, sir.
We winning or we losing? Woo. Right, there we go. I'm just checking on my YouTube. People are checking on here now. 97 people on YouTube. All sold up. Sold up. Winning. We winning. Right, let go. Hold on, eh? That's how I want to pull back up my YouTube's. Right, there you go. Describe geometrically the transformation represented by T. T is a what? Anybody know what this matrix represents? A reflection. These are things you have to learn off, right? So a reflection in the y-axis, which is actually the line x is equal to 0, right? That is what T is. It's a reflection in the line x is equal to 0. Okay? So we go in here. Desha, go ahead.
So where's all the different ones? Because I know it's reflection, rotation, translation.
I will send the video in the group, right? And I can review tonight. I have a video on YouTube I have with all the different ones.
Okay, sir.
All right? Or you can just go on YouTube and search Keen Seret Matrix and you'll see it come up.
So let's go back to the
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, good.
Right, proper. Let you go. The 2x2 matrix C is defined in terms of a scalar constant K by C is equal to 3K64. Determine the value of K given that the matrix C is singular. Somebody mic on. What does a singular matrix mean? So a singular, look how I spell singular. Singular implies that the determinant is equal to 0, right? So the determinant of C would be equal to A multiplied by D, which is 12, minus B multiplied by C, which is K by 6. That gives you 6K, right? And because it's a singular matrix, the determinant of C is equal to 0. So I can now say 12 minus 6K is equal to 0. I formed an equation. Yeah, Kayla, so I'm going to carry this here so that this can become a positive. So 12 will be equal to 6K. Carry the 6 here, divide it. 12 divided by 6 will be 2 is equal to K. Have to win. Millie, we have to win. It's not no light work here, no. It's heavy work, you know. All I ain't sticking in because I already done. Sorry about that. All you can do, I see who's still pumping. I show much night still pumping. Cohen's still pumping.
Yeah, cool. It's good.
Right, so all are real people. All are real people. Yeah, look, Cohen's still live. Huh?
So like
Yeah. Why Cohen? What's Cohen doing? Cohen doing sequences right now. And let me see what Rajiv doing. Or I can go by them as I done, or I can check them. Rajiv doing volumes. Volumes. Right? But there's only 3 of us live and I see nobody else live. There's only yeah, boy. Last year I was pumping every single day. I was like every single day. Till I end up in the hospital. So let go. In the diagram below, 0 is the origin. OX is equal to you. You know the next thing, Andrew? I was pumping every night, plus I was planting garden, plus teaching. That's what full now. Yeah.
You see all your colleagues, you go in and you see yourself slow down.
Correct. Too much, but I was trying to do too much. So OY is V, OX is U, OX and OY are extended so that X and Y are the midpoints of OA and OB, right? Okay? So, midpoint. So what I say out here, what is
V.
V proper. Here would be V. And what up here would be, because it's midpoints, U, right? So that X and Y are the midpoints of OA and OB respectively. Okay, we don't do that. So express B in terms of U and V, BX. BX would be equal to, we're going from B to who by? Where are we going from? Is right, proper, right? So I want to go from B to X, right? So I'll go from B to O plus O to X. So the thing about B to O is equal to negative OB, right? OB is 2V, yeah? 2V is OV. So this will be equal to negative 2V plus U, right? If you want to write it a little neater, you put it like this, right? This is BX. Okay, scrolling down. That's okay. Put your best foot forward tomorrow, guys. Given that YA and BX intersect at M and BM is equal to 2MX, express BM in terms of U and V. So I'm going to draw YA now. YA is here. They seen it intersect here, right? They call in here M. So they said BM is 2MX. So B to M is 2MX. So here will be 2/3 and here will be 1/3. Right? So express BM in terms of U and V. So BM would just be 2/3 of BX. And
Yeah.
that's all. So BM would be equal to 2/3 of BX. That is all. So this will be equal to 2/3 of
U minus 2V.
right, U minus 2V. Right? We'll leave it so for a while. I don't know if we have to simplify it underneath, but we'll leave it like that for a while. So using our vector method shows that the ratio YM to YA is 1:3. So YM to YA is 1, so 1 piece and then 3 pieces, right? So they actually wanted to show that here's 2/3 and here's 1/3, right? So in order to show that, let's find YM and YA. So I'll start with YA. YA will be the easier thing to find. What is YA? Where are we going from? Y to O, O to A. So Y to O would be negative V. Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Y to O is negative V plus 2U. Everybody agrees with that also? 2U. 2U from here to here, right? So Y to O plus O to A. Y to O is negative OY, which is negative V, plus OA, which is 2U. We already said that, 2U. So this will be equal to 2U minus V. This is YA. Let's find YM now. YM. Okay? So we go into YM. Where we going for YM? We could go
B to M.
Y to B, B to M. And we done find BM? So let's go. Y to B, B to M, right? So I'm going Y to B plus B to M. So this will be equal to V. I remember it was V plus 2/3. Is it negative 2/3? Or we flowing with the traffic everywhere here? Y to B and then B to M. We flow the traffic everywhere, right? So it'll be positive 2/3. Positive 2/3 of U minus 2V. Then multiply this into the brackets now. This will be equal to V plus 2/3 U minus 4/3V. So I want you all to do 4, this will be 1 here. 1 minus 4/3 will be what?
Negative.
So 2/3 U minus 1/3 V is what YM boil down to. So, right, let me factorize out that third. So this will be equal to 1/3 of 2M. Where I get M from, my 2U
Minus V.
2U minus V. That is what I get when I factorize out the 1/3. So 1/3 into 2/3 will give you 2, and then 1/3 into 1/3 will give you 1, right? So this is what YM is. So I can't say now, therefore, YM is equal to 1/3 of YA, right? Which actually implies this 1/3 you could actually carry it and divide it. So YM divided by 1/3 will be YM multiplied by 3. So this will be 3YM is equal to YA. So this means, right, that YA to YM, YA to YM would be equal to 1 to 3.
Yeah, Bandy, come here.
Somebody looking for friends here. Hold on,
Yeah, what's it, Jackie?
Who's that person, boy? Spam. Hey, all of we done there, no? Let me leave the meet now. Somebody spamming. Yeah.
Okay.
This hour. All right. Yeah, we ready. Yeah, all of we out. We go pick up. Yeah. All right, later. All of one check Rajiv. Yeah, one check Cohen and Matt's vibes.
Yes, sir.
Cohen and Matt's vibes, right?
Later, sir.
Yeah, later. Love in the house. So let's take care.
Sir.
Yeah, bro.
Hi,
I real tired, boy. Hey, unknown, love in the house, boy. Jonas, good luck tomorrow, boy. I didn't even tell everybody good luck, boy. That person threw me off, boy. Whoever that person was.
Yes,
YouTube, yeah, bro. Later. YouTube, love in the house. YouTube, we out. TikTok.